Well, who remembers where we left off?
We were in front of the fancy, dusty mirror in the back with the little sigil that we restored, and I don't remember exactly the information that you conveyed to us about the thing when we made our various checks on it, but I don't think we had finally cracked it. We were still trying to figure it out.
Indeed. Do you remember what happened leading up to that?
Yeah, the dude at the front door had his voice stolen by Kenku, whose name is the sound of hissing steam. Was it hissing?
Indeed.
Yep. Yeah, and he we gave him a piece of paper and a pen so that he could write and communicate with people, and, stack of paper or whatever. And then the poor guy who definitely snuck his way into the carnival and definitely doesn't have a ticket. I guess it was he got lost in there, and somebody else he was looking for got lost in there.
This is why I was asking. They were, if you recall, they were looking at a statue outside that cast hideous laughter.
Oh, well, yes, I remember that.
Untimely moment, right? And just as he was proposing, and she ran into the Hall of Mirrors, and he chased after her.
Oh, I see.
When you first found him, he wasn't actually with his, now not potential bride. Instead,
he was staring at the mirror with someone that looked like the younger version.
Right. That he was staring into the mirror, which at first you thought looked like, a younger version of himself, just as all the other mirrors were projecting younger or past or future versions of yourself as you move through them. However, I don't remember which of you noticed. I think it was Watts, but I may be wrong about that. And for a moment, what they saw instead was a sort of sallow-faced, gray-skinned little girl wearing a mask.
Yeah, that was Watts or Phelan who noticed
that. Was me.
Right.
Yep.
In a
with all sorts
blink,
of
and it was right in a sort of blink and it was gone moment. That's right. I remember, in fact, that Phalian failed the perception check for that one.
Phalian failed.
Also, we found him like 2 or 3 times talking to that same girl each time. The last time, it felt like she glared at me before she left.
Indeed.
It's like, you took my meal away from me, you little bugger. Which I want to say led us to checking the other mirrors, and we found that there's the dots in the corners, and the dots dictate the way in and the way out. And we found the one that we're specifically in front of is a gateway to another place.
Right. At least that is your assessment of what you've seen.
Neat.
Well, gateways and mirrors are a pretty common trope. And we are in a very tropey adventure.
You're a tropey adventure.
I like jumping through the looking glass.
I won't say it, Obla, but I mean,
your mom's a tropey adventure.
This makes me want to have a Cheshire cat, okay?
Not
I don't know.
Mother.
I don't know, Verde. Your mom's both a tropey adventure, but also like a subversion of the tropes. Like, gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going anywhere near this rabbit hole. It's not safe.
Nope.
That's your rabbit hole.
Nope, exactly. Exactly.
You're live, you realize.
Yup. That's why it's yours. Anywho. Okay,
even more amusing, Verde's baby mama has access to our chat channel and could just pop in and be like, I am.
Both of ours.
Yeah,
no, only
last time
one.
I checked, she also doesn't hate me.
Mine too.
That one probably not.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, no, I can't imagine.
Okay, but if going back into this, I want to I personally am wanting to try to figure out different queries to the system to see if I can use the system to pry open the lock to let us go through the mirror.
Okay.
But I'm not quite sure,
Uh,
like, the right
which-
approach.
Right.
Like, I'd be talking to everyone about this, like, because I feel like we haven't really been taking proper use of the system.
Oh, I've been
Like
using
it. Well, some of us have, absolutely, but I don't feel like we have utilized it to its full potential. And I feel that is a slight and an insult to the system. And I wish to do better about properly utilizing the system so they can gain experiences with us to become an even better system to take better care of us in this grand adventure.
Say system one more time.
Okay.
System.
So actually that is an interesting question. Though your character seems to be statted more towards craft. Can you bring up a recipe hierarchy? He looks over to Jory, deliberately trying to avoid the word system.
Can you bring up a menu hierarchy?
Yeah, like a crafting menu hierarchy or a recipe, like ingredients theoretically. Can you
Sure, right? Do I have any crafting skills? Can I bring up my
can you bring
my
up
UI? Can I bring up the UI?
Yeah. Well, he's a cook, so I'm asking the guy.
I am indeed.
No, you're not. You're a monk.
I'm also a cook.
No, this guy's.
My literal
Yeah.
trope for this character in this game is cook.
Oh, you're a cook. Yes, you're a bakeroo.
Yeah.
I'm a holy chef, okay?
Holy chef!
But no, yeah. Is there
I'm also a real cooking wizard.
is there a
I
crafting
think you're
menu?
smoking, though, man. I think you're smoking.
Do you know what ingredients you have and how they might interact with each other if you were to combine them before you combine them? If you knew the combination, let's say like milk, flour, eggs makes bread.
No.
I have gotten a pop-up showing that I know
Milk,
these
flour,
recipes,
eggs
but there's
make something
other
more like
unknown.
pancakes at best.
Eh.
It would not make bread.
Make a flatbread.
Yeah, like a pancake.
Yeah, exactly.
At best, that's even lacking any rising agent. Like you don't even have any baking soda in there.
Only baking soda.
Yeah, you do. It makes the bubbles.
Yeah, I guess. You just need a flatbread.
Gross.
You like
Anyways,
I do like flatbread.
fearless storyteller.
Yeah.
What is your opinions?
Oh, I was waiting for you to try to roll a proxy or something. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. We were getting slightly just off topic, so I was waiting for you to finish. I hate being rude to you, and I feel like I occasionally talk over you, and I don't want to do that. I'm trying to get better.
You're so kind. If we're talking about flatbread, you can speak over us.
Depends on the flatbread.
I mean, flatbread. You can speak right over a flatbread. There's no.
There is like
So,
fruit in it. Never mind.
so what? The thing that you're trying to do requires abilities that I don't think you have, right?
What? Don't you have like proficiencies in cooking and what? What?
Well, what I'm wanting to do is not exactly cooking. What I'm wanting to do is possibly use the system to
God
basically,
damn
I'm trying to use the system to lockpick the mirror.
Yeah, Iolo whispers to himself, God damn it, I told him we should have switched over to Pathfinder. It would have been a clear knowledge skill. Right there.
My point is that in terms of like querying the system, how to do something like that, you don't have the skill that would allow you to query the system in that way, do you?
I'm trying. could try to perceive the lock. I could try to investigate the lock. I could try to arcane the lock.
Right. Now, all of that stuff has effectively already been done. Like in the last session, you even restored, one of you even restored the actual mark to full, what's what I'm looking for, pristine condition.
Okay.
But that didn't seem to unlock the mirror.
But we were able to fully see at least what is the room that we're able to see that we've been able to identify? I remember that, but I'm not finding it in my notes, which bothers me.
Right. Well, it's just a mirror in the back. The Hall of Mirrors itself is kind of cross-shaped, which is actually a little interesting in that the tent that houses the Hall of Mirrors is not cross-shaped. But it's
Dimensional magic's
basically
funny.
right a long hallway with a couple of arms, like a one east-west hallway that branches off into little tinier maze-like tunnels at the very end of either side. And it was on either side that you found the two levers, for example. But the mirror in question is kind of in the main hallway past the branch, but not all the way towards the back.
But it has, like, I think the purple dot.
Right. It has a different mark than the rest. That is correct.
And I remember that I thought we had cast the Arcana system check on the rune, and it gave us a name. I'm trying to find my notes that actually had the name.
Who are you echoing through?
Not me,
Ew.
man. Headphones, dude.
Maybe not me. Yeah.
That's weird.
Is it just Watts or just me or?
I think it might be you, though. No, maybe not. Oh,
Whoa, wait a minute. I just saw myself light up without saying anything, so I think you're right.
yeah. It's like your attack is picking me up. Whatever that mic technical sound.
Yep.
thing
I think I
is.
just had you guys turned up too loud, so like the mic was literally picking up the sound from my headphone.
Oh, goddamn!
Boogaloo.
I turned you guys back down.
Don't damage your eardrums, Dungeon Master.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. It's just a sensitive mic.
Don't dungeon your eardrums, Dragon Master. Damage Master.
Yeah, so
Damage Master.
You guys did in fact query the system. So the reason I actually bring it up, in fact, was to point out that last session Phalion had used his heroic ability, Greater Sage, to succeed at the Arcana check. And what you had gotten was, in fact, a word, which you guys assume is a name, and that is Weatherlight.
Weatherlight versus like Witchlight.
Correct.
Huh. What's the Weatherlight? I don't know. What's
Okay,
the
we're
Weatherlight to you? Sorry.
Is it spelled like that? Oh, you did.
Yeah, no,
Weatherlight.
that's exactly how it's spelled. Yep.
Light or Lite?
Light.
You don't have to copyright this one.
Huh. I wonder if this is old branding.
Old branding, like the whole Witchlight thing is a new theme.
Perhaps. Or yeah.
Weatherlight. Interesting name.
Trying to think.
Could ask the doorman, see if he knows anything.
weather-like?
I don't particularly wish the doorman to kick us out very profusely, because I don't think we're actually supposed to find this mirror.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, it is an attraction, right?
Yeah.
Have we
But
tried?
I mean, Carnivals and Dark Secrets are pretty good storytelling. So, ...
Generally speaking, this is so.
Is there anything interesting about the area when you look at it from different angles and try to, have it reflect off of the other mirrors? Does anything else kind of get like revealed or changed in any way?
You can roll perception with advantage if everybody wants to also do the same.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'll treat it as them helping you.
All right.
Oh, wait. So we're not all rolling too. He's just rolling with advantage, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like I can drop
All
these
right.
dice.
But you're in good hands because I have +6 in perception.
Yeah, that is quite good.
It is,
Roll it.
considering that my perception is
Wow. Yeah.
Oh,
That would not have worked, Joy.
No,
It's
that was
good thing that roll did not count.
Ooh, all right.
Woo, you're doing better.
That's juicy.
That's a nice one, though. Yep. Okay.
My
So-
dicing has been
6
terrible the last 2 days. Let me be honest.
Mhm.
You have noticed before. I'm having similar problems, for what it's worth. I have, so maybe that's good for you guys. Who knows? But in Gildenstein and Rosencrantz are dead style. I've been flipping coins, and it's literally come up tails every time.
It was heads for them, but
Yeah, but still, principle's the same.
I
Anyway,
was gonna say, yeah.
you guys have noticed as you walk through that there's sort of like a progression, from birth to death as you go deeper down the hall in the reflections that are coming back to you from the mirrors. If you think of line of sight and how optics work, you realize that particular mirror and the one directly across from it are at the fulcrum point where looking at the mirror directly effectively shows you who you are right now. Right, but turn down towards the end of the hall and you see yourself older, turn back towards the front of the hall and you see yourself younger.
Cute.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. So the mirror straight across. How much have we looked at that one? Does it have anything unusual to it?
No, you looked at it earlier and it's the same as the rest of the mirrors.
It is a 3D representation of the fourth dimension. Holds out his hand. Try.
Right, it's a projection. A hologram of time.
Exactly.
Pretty neat.
It is pretty neat.
I like holograms.
Which of you has the highest passive insight?
My insight's only +1.
My insight is +2. I have a star on it, though.
+4.
I am proficient, as it were.
Where do I see passive insight?
Just give me the plus on your insight. I'll figure it out for you. No worries.
It's that +2.
+6.
Okay, so that's going to be you, Watts. Which makes sense since you're the one scrutinizing the mirror pretty closely right now. Anyway, the mirror across from the mirror that you've restored and are trying to crack open is mundane, at least in terms of comparison with the other magical mirrors in the room. Like, it's not mundane at all, but you get what I'm saying. However, you do notice that the mirror behind you in its reflection is opaque, does not show you an image of yourself, but instead there is actually sort of like the pattern of a door, though it has no keyhole or doorknob, but of the kind that like you would see, like drawn on, like enameled onto like a, like a saloon mirror, like that kind of edging. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You point, I punch.
Okay, looking at the mirrors first, is there a place that obviously would have like a knockings, like the knocker?
No, it seems pretty, like I said, it's opaque. It seems pretty featureless. It's still flat, and there isn't any other than the outline that, like I said, kind of suggests a door. There isn't, like, you couldn't even tell which side of it was supposed to be hinged. You know what I mean? It's a very simple, just like two-striped box that edges the opaque space.
Gotcha.
Gotta like focus on
Maybe
it.
try touching the spot where the that sigil is at to try to open the door.
Okay, that seems reasonable. I'll touch it. I mean,
Like in the reflection in front of you.
yes.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen. However, the glass of the mirror in front of you ripples around the tip of your finger when you press.
Ooh.
I like that.
Almost
I say the
as
word
if
weatherlight.
nothing happens.
Okay. It's
But
rippling
yeah,
like if I'm touching the surface of pond.
Right, exactly. That said, it's not physically moving. The ripple seems to almost be like on the other side of the mirror.
Tripping balls.
Like
Apply
you're still
more
touching
pressure.
glass. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you tapped a tablet and it had a screensaver with ripples.
Oh yeah, try it. Try, tap into knock.
Yeah. Gentle tapping on it.
Okay.
Like
Your hand makes the sound of knocking on a glass mirror. And again, you can see beneath the glass a sort of ripple that spreads out from your knock every time you make contact with the mirror. It doesn't seem to have any effect on the mirror behind you or its image in the reflection, however.
where the mark is, what does the word look like in the mirror?
It actually looks exactly the same.
So it's weather light, even in the reverse?
Correct. It's not reversed in the reflection.
Okay, I am not physically able to say that backwards, but my character is going to magically say it backwards.
Right on. Nothing happens.
You
Okay.
blitzed him.
So let's try something else. While he's touching the one mirror, I'm going to try to get focus on the door, but being in proximity of the other mirror, and both try like tapping on it, seeing if we can get anything moving.
Okay. When you do this, Watts, only your knock seemed to cause ripples beneath the glass, almost as if Neuro's image is on a layer behind whatever is rippling. Neuro, for your part, the mirror doesn't actually make the sound of knocking on glass the way Watts's mirror does. Instead, it's more like you're knocking on like a granite wall.
I kind of tried tapping where the sigil is at. Does it get the same effect?
Yeah, there's no difference.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of gently tap around and see if I can find like a knocker or a handle or where there might be some sort of lever, perhaps.
Sure. Probably using the reflection as sort of a guide of its general shape and the borders that are outlined on it.
Yeah.
You can't even discern them in the touch, the texture. But it is, like I said, like a stone. Now, granted, it is maybe too rough, but like a polished, heavy stone, maybe even
Like a
like
marble
or something. Right.
Gotcha.
And it's slightly cold to the touch too, but otherwise nothing seems to happen. Whatever triggers this mechanism or spell or whatever transforms this mirror is not apparently related to knocking on either mirror.
Can you see where the mirror ends and the stone wall begins? I think there's only one mirror in this room, guys.
That wouldn't surprise me. Okay.
To answer that question, YOLO,
Yeah.
there are in fact tons of mirrors. You can see them in the reflection. In fact, only the mirror with the black sigil mark on it appears as a stone surface in the reflection.
Oh, okay. Only that mirror.
So
Correct.
this
And that's
means
the
most likely
mirror
we'll
that
need to
Watts
get
is
the
tapping?
key.
That's the mirror across from what Watts was looking at.
Ah, interesting. Have we tapped the wall where the rune would be?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, at this point, you've tapped both mirrors pretty thoroughly. It doesn't seem to do anything.
And the one that I've been touching here recently, I've cast Mend on.
Like just now, or do you mean earlier?
I was waiting for Verde to finish, but I was going to cast Mend on it to see if there was anything that would change,
Gotcha.
unlike the frame or anything.
Right. The mirror does seem to get clearer. Like, no scratches on it. You like Mend absolutely does its job. That said, you can't mend the entire surface of the mirror. It's just too big. But mending any part of it still doesn't seem to do anything different.
Okay, so this is most likely
And if you continue to cast Mend, you could eventually clean the whole thing effectively, but that's really about all it's going to do is, repair scratches and clean it.
Okay. Okay. Till we find. Okay. This is what I think it is. I'm going to query the system going off of. I guess it's going to be an arcane check.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, what's your intention? What are you looking for?
Okay. We've already dealt with one portal in the fungus forest. Someone wanted to be a fun guy and make a lot of food. I'm thinking this is another portal, like the Hither staff or something along those lines, where you have to have like a keystone or keystones to pop the door open. Possibly like you have to have one touching this mirror, another one touch the mirror behind us, and that causes the mirror to open as the gateway, and then we can go like wow.
Yeah, you saying that has kind of inspired me. Are there any dots that we're not aware of that we can follow similarly to like how we follow out?
What's the map
that you're aware of?
We're on right now?
Ha 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 ha.
Sorry. No, to answer your question, I was just fucking with you. Yeah, actually, you jokes aside, you checked last session, so every other mirror, with the exception of the one that looks different in its reflection across the hall from it, has the same sigil on it. That's the only one that has a different sigil.
Yeah. So we know
basically
that
we're trying to Stargate this.
Well, I was going to ask. So we know if we follow those dots, we can find a way out. If we follow those dots in a different order, can we perhaps get in?
Yeah,
Well,
we
all the
should
other
be-
dots are literally identical, so it's not really going to be useful as a navigation aid.
Ah,
I was thinking about doing an arcane check to see if this actually is a. They're all magical items. I know this, but if this one's actually a portal, and that's what I was going to query the system about.
where did the Jory go?
Yeah, I was wondering that myself. Okay. Roll Arcana for me.
Don't fail me, dice. Wow.
Wow.
Okay,
Oh,
those
wow.
dice die. Those dice die. Is that a? That's not a good number, is it?
It's not the worst number. Hey, welcome back.
Thanks.
What happened?
Nothing. I was trying to close something on Fantasy Grounds and ended up closing Fantasy Grounds.
Ah,
2 points higher. There you go.
Okay, that's a little better. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, I solved nothing in that entire situation, and I apologize.
Hmm.
Wow.
Indeed. Harm.
I can't recall. I actually used that dandelion thing earlier, right? Didn't I? Or no?
yes.
I thought or did I have something else that was going to give me a bonus that I used at the snail race? I couldn't remember what I used to give me a bonus.
So what's the name of
Yeah,
the map that we're
I
on?
think that was what you
Carnival
used.
Unlabeled.
Carnival Unlabeled.
Okay.
You will find
Right.
it in the images section, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't really think till we find the actual keystones, we're not going to get through this. I can't even get the system to pop up and say that there's anything here. So there might actually be a little bit of interference with the system.
Oh, really? It's just the map? Just the Carnival map?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're not
you're
on
in the Hall of
map, sir.
Mirrors.
Okay, no, I understand. I thought that there was maybe a tactical map that we were in.
No,
No.
it's not that kind of space. It's a space more of the mind.
In your mind, indeed.
In
Not a space in the game so much as
Right.
it is a space in your
In
mind.
your mind, exactly. Theater of the mind, man.
Yeah, that's what D&D is, man. D&D is the theater of the mind game. That's how it works, man. If you don't understand, you don't understand. What?
Yeah, that said, Watts, I mean, that does pretty much sum up what you have all discovered so far.
Yeah, I want to spend more on this, but I don't want us to spend all of our time here. We still have the other part of the loop to get through before we go to the big top to participate to try to get crowned as the king or queen
The Tig
of
Bop.
Witchlight.
Want to do the Tig Bop?
The Tig Bop. Yeah, you might do that under the big top.
I smash.
So I guess we can check the end of each of the halls right quick to make sure there's nothing there for us to pick up. Then we can skedaddle.
I kind of want to, while they're doing that, do a little bit of looking through mirrors at other mirrors in a similar way, trying to find like doors or other things that might be hidden in a similar manner.
I will save you time. You find nothing.
Okay.
You find nothing.
Nothing. All right.
Good day, sir.
Nothing.
If we do find some sort of key or thing that we think will help us get through, we can always, punch another ticket and come back through on another day. But I think
Motherfucker, I'm gonna punch your ticket.
I think if you guys are ready, we can
No ticket.
leave this one and get the I don't know if there's a prize at the end or if it's just an attraction.
No,
Yep, there is no prize at the end
Yeah.
other than a reflection of your dead cadaver.
Haha. Then
Run
we got
over
fun
in the
magic.
road. I'm a rabbit after all.
Where does the image of the dead cadaver correspond into like the stone?
It's further down the hall.
And the ghost will follow you home.
The mirror is about 2/3 of the way down the main hall. That mirror is at the very end of the hall.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, and the trick, Jory, is that you're the ghost.
Oh, is it me? Is it my actual self?
Yeah. Well,
No.
it's Jory, Phalian, Yolo, and Watson.
Right, but it's not my rabbit self. It's my actual self that got hit by.
No, it's your rabbit self.
Oh, it's my rabbit self. Okay. I was thinking like the real horror show is when you go by the mirror and you look in and you see your actual self with actual tire tracks over yourself.
Yeah, right. Like lying in the street.
Right. Character sheet fluttering in the wind, dice spilling from your hand.
Right. Exactly. The 20 comes up to a 1.
Yep. Boom. Oh, fuck, man. That's the opening sequence of the show, dude.
Pretty much.
That's in the credits. Skip credits. If we're watching it on
Right.
Netflix.
Right, exactly.
Skip intro.
No, I like the music.
All right, well-
Stop doing that.
Right, that song's dope. That song's dope, man.
I'm thoroughly stumped to the puzzle in this room.
I believe at this point that it's just needing either a pass key or something else that we don't have.
I admit to not paying enough attention to the puzzle.
They said that we couldn't. Sorry, English is hard. They did not say that we couldn't use violence to solve the puzzle.
I mean, nobody said anything about a puzzle.
Puzzle.
There's clearly
There
a
is-
weird
Look,
stone.
it's a mirror maze. It's a mirror maze. What you do in a mirror
There is-
maze is you look at the ground where you can clearly
There-
see where the ground is and the mirrors are because there's always a seam, and then you follow the ground out. Duh.
Yeah, there is, however, an absolute anomaly in this hall that you have discovered that is true. Whether that is a puzzle or not, I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yo, speechless one. And I leave the Hall of Illusions. Does the word
Oh, right.
weatherlight mean anything to you?
Either but more likely.
Candlefoot kind of does a little like
Candle
very obviously exaggerated and telegraphed double take.
Candle butt, you guys. Candle butt.
Candlefoot. And then he sort of shakes his head. Not so much in a no, I don't know that gesture as a like shaking a sound he doesn't like out of his ears gesture.
Oh.
So I explained to him what my compatriots found, and I just, dumbly watched. In, the kind of confident way that a barbarian could. We all did it. together.
So what are you telling him?
So I'm telling him that my friend here saw this weird aberration of like a creepy little girl when one of the other guests were here. And then we did some digging. And then we found like a broken bit of the mirror and we repaired it. And then we found like a rune that had the name that should not be spoken again since you don't seem to like it, dear Candlefoot. And then we did some digging and there seems to be a weird spot in the mirror that is more stone than mirror, and we're stumped. We're thoroughly stumped about this puzzle.
So he frowns at the mention of the girl, but as you describe the anomaly that you discovered and being stumped, he sort of nods, does a sort of like, looking off into the distance as he thinks gesture. Then finally he looks at you and he begins a sort of pantomime where he points this way and that way, he points here, he points there, and then he sort of makes an exaggerated like strut in place motion.
This place.
Would you like a piece of paper and quill?
I thought we already gave him.
Chicken
he
butt.
shakes his head
Chicken butt.
no.
Oh, you wish to say things but not have them said. Understood. Sorry.
Yeah, and so he does it, he does it again. He points this way, he points that way, he points here, he points there. He makes this sort of like exaggerated strut in place motion. And then he points at you and kind of goes, eh, with a sort of like shrug. He doesn't say anything because he has no voice, of course. And then he points at his hand.
Is there something on his hand?
Wipe that off.
No, it's more like
Does he
it's
put
more
it
like
out
he's
like
saying,
flat?
We're in the palm of
and
someone's
he
hand.
points at it. No, it's more like he's saying like here.
Put the money here. Put the money in my hand. Cross my
Little
palm
man.
with gold.
Yeah.
You're right. Maybe. I don't think that's like maybe.
I show him, are you looking for the ticket? I show him my ticket.
He shakes his head. No.
Oh,
Gold?
I'm sorry. Are you teaching us a gesture that we can use to access
I put out my hand.
the mirror?
He thinks about it for a moment and he shakes his head no.
Okay.
I
Are you trying to
take
tell
his
us-
hand in my hand. Give it a good, like shake.
Yeah, I mean he shakes it back, but that's it.
Are you trying to show us who has the key to the door for what we found?
He has
He almost
5
nods
gold
yes for a
pieces.
second and then thinks about it and says no. Shakes his head.
He has 5 gold pieces in his hand when he takes my hand away.
You bribed him.
Yeah.
He just puts them in his pocket.
Looks at it's in his pocket. All right. Yep. Good enough.
Is there a price that has to be paid for the door to be open?
He looks down at his
No.
pants.
He shakes his head. No. He says, he I don't mean says, he gestures, but he looks at you and he kind of does a thing with his hands where he frames himself as if to say, this space, like check it out, right? And then he does the same
he does
again. He points this way, that way, he points here, he points there, he makes the sort of like strutting in place motion, and then he does the thing where he points to his hand with a sort of like meh gesture.
That's
We're in a magical crossroads stuck between worlds. We're trying to find a doorway to the world sub to this one, and someone here has the key, and you won't say who it is because you're not sure that you should, because you don't want to get in trouble with them. Which means the only person you would really not want to get in trouble with would be like your boss or your boss's boss.
Gross.
maybe
He
say.
kind of gives you a shrug,
I'm
like,
gonna do this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of learn the gesture, or kind of practice it one time. The whole little thing that he did there.
Okay.
God.
Can you
Nope.
repeat it?
No,
No,
you
I
cannot.
can't. I probably I do like the first 2 or 3. It's like, no, not me.
Then you're out there shaking your booty. You're just like boom, 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 like those white people at the
No,
fucking
no,
the
just-
Stallion show. I
So
saw.
I point here, I point there, I point this way, I point that way.
He stops you,
Really bad.
and he makes a sort of like circular motion with his fingers.
Do I need to
There
do
we
the
go.
reverse?
There we go. There you go. Check that shit out.
Right. Okay. So Jory's got
mirror you.
I point.
Jory.
I do the fucking strut, and I point at my hand. I'm
assuming
fuck, guys, stay up.
Candlefoot is like Picarding right now.
So he points. Right. No, that's funny. He points to Jory though, and he nods emphatically yes, and then he makes the air quote symbols with his hands.
Yeah, like you did, just like that, kind of. I'm like, do I get money? What's up with my hands?
He shakes his head no.
Wait, my hand.
Do we have to do this in front of the symbol, or in a hall?
He thinks about it and he kind of shrugs, and makes a half of one, half of the other kind of gesture with his hands.
Do we need to do this to the person who has the?
He shakes his head no.
First you go there, and then you go there, and you walk like chicka boom 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 with my fucking rabbit tail. You have to understand, I got a rabbit tail.
Because you got the roll, I will tell you to write this down so that you can make sure that it is accurate.
Okay.
You point this way, then you point that way.
Right.
Then you point here, then you point there. Then you like Saturday Night Fever.
Yep.
Then you kind of shrug and point a finger at your hand, like I'm over here.
Okay, hold on. You point this way, then that way, here, then there.
I swear, if this is nonsense.
Then you Saturday Night Fever. Then you point at your hand.
Don't forget about the shrug before you point at your hand.
Oh, then you shrug and point at your hand. Is correct?
Right. And to that sequence, he pointed, nodded emphatically yes, and made the air quotes gesture.
Okay. Air quote maneuver. Got it. All right.
Maneuver.
You guys, it's written down. I actually have it in a note. I took a note, man.
Maybe there's a sequence of mirrors that we have to.
The funny thing is, I have whiteboard notes over here that are absolutely useless to me because they say shit like Absolver Tullus with a skull and crossbones.
I don't think there's enough.
Underneath that, it says
there.
Demira with a question mark. I don't know what the fuck any of that means.
Demira's the goddess.
No, I know Demira is the
Demira's
goddess.
the goddess.
I do know
They changed
Demira
it
is the
to-
goddess. It's just, why did I write it on the whiteboard? Why did I write Absolver Tullus with a skull and crossbones?
They're
Why?
dead.
I mean, if we were to just enter the Hall of Illusions and then follow Jory's directions, right? And maybe like look in those directions, would we see like some kind of sequence of like, us at a certain
Not-
time?
No, not
That
that you
would make
haven't
any kind
already
of sense.
seen in any event.
Yeah. But
And if you do perform it in front of the mirror, it does not seem to have an effect.
That was not a nat 20. That was an adjusted 20.
20 was fine. You needed an 18 or better.
Okay, cool.
And I guess he was pointing outside of the tent, not inside the tent too. It's just,
Basically, what I think he's saying is we need to go this way and that way to get specific items to then gain access to the keys to the mirror.
If we want to stay alive.
What?
Stay alive.
It wasn't really staying alive. He was like I said, like a strut, like a walk,
Yes, I get it.
Stand alive. Stand
Yes,
alive.
correct. Yes. Yes,
Stand
that was, it was a dance. So yes, it was like the staying alive. Correct. That's how
I
the
guess
dungeon
it
master
would need
explained
to
it
be
to my rabbit head.
identified. The crystal ball is just a bauble to me right now.
Well, you
I
can
don't know what
tell
it
by the
does,
way I
right?
use my hop. I'm a woman's
Whoosh,
rabbit.
that's
Time to
correct.
bop.
Whoa, wait.
I mean,
Okay.
I can. I
Do I have
kind
a
of
map
want to
of
take out
the
the
carnival?
crystal ball and look, but
Oh, sorry.
Well, you have the pamphlet that has the map of the carnival on it. Yes.
it's the map that you're looking at.
Yes.
Right. Well, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's been a day or
Physically, you
two.
do have that. You do have
Okay.
that. Yeah.
I show him the map. Are you saying that there's places here we should go to?
He shakes his head no.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm trying here.
yeah, the crystal ball might not help then.
Okay. Well, we will do our best to find your voice because I wish to actually hear it. You have many stories to tell.
He nods.
We will find soon enough. Let us go.
The sound of steam coming from a kettle.
Right.
That's why I was making the sound.
Yeah.
It could also be a like, but I didn't want to like do that any more than just one time. Because the kettle's
That's fair. All right. Well, where to next, gentlemen?
Any of y'all
Yep.
can cast identify?
Don't.
I don't think I have identified. I'm a paladin at nominally. I'm nominally a paladin.
How did we identify all of our goods then?
We did
Hi, my name's Watts.
Oh, hi, Watts.
I have the identify spell.
What is this crystal ball?
It's a cake. That's what he says.
I mean, I can do that.
Would it take like an hour?
We'll go look at identify right quick.
11 minutes.
Casting time is about a minute.
Oh, there you go. What's the next attraction that we want to go to? Is it a confection stand? Have we been to the
Are you
moon?
casting it as a ritual or are you using a spell slot?
Oh, shit.
Because it's 11 minutes if you're casting it as a ritual.
Right. I kind of want to save my spell slots just in case we
Yep.
get into combat, so it would be a ritual, so it would be 11 minutes.
Yeah, so let's not do that yet.
Right.
I'm fine with that. I mean,
Well, we're burning Witchlight hours, and I kind of...
Exactly.
Okay.
We can look at our hoard when we get back. Like
Right.
it's almost like, you know, Halloween. But
Right,
a
I
carnival
getcha.
with prizes.
Right.
So what else
Oh.
in this loop have we not hit? It's the
we haven't hit any of these smaller shacks that are right in front of us to the
Yeah, we haven't
it
been to
would be
Minitown,
stage
and we
right,
haven't been to the Bubble Ride.
or sorry, stage left. Yeah. And then we haven't been to the bubble ride. Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
But, like, all of these
merry-go-round
miniature
bubble ride.
houses.
Yes, okay. So
right. There are other things on the other side as well that you haven't seen yet.
Oh, that's all the way over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about these little buildings too.
which ones?
The ones that
The
you
stalls
were
right
in
next to
front
you.
of.
Yep.
Oh.
They're all various food stalls. One of them sells blue frosty cupcakes. Another sells candied apple and evening berry wine. Another one
Nice.
sells cookies and lollipops.
I want a blue
And
cupcake. I
there's
want a blue
another one there
frosted
that
cupcake
sells,
and a wine.
pixie tarts.
I do not want pixie tarts.
Actually,
Ooh.
before I walk off, ask Mr. Man, does
Which of us is
Kettle
Mr. Man?
Candlefoot.
Oh.
Candlefoot. I was going to ask Candlefoot, does Kettle Steam work as stall, or do they drift through the crowds?
He nods at the second one when you say drift through the crowds, and he kind of like points here and there. You know.
Shrugs, points at his hand.
Yep. Points here, there, right.
Okay.
Over, yeah, exactly.
Are they themselves, or are they dressed up as something else, or the magic of looking like somebody else?
He shakes his head. Because kind of flaps his arms like a bird.
Thank
The
you.
wine and a blue frosted cupcake.
And did you also include what was in the stalls across from us too? The ones that we're trying to move to?
Hand jobs. Wait, what?
They're all pretty much the same.
All food.
How much are the pixie tarts?
I have noshed enough.
Pixie tarts are 20 copper.
Okay. I'm gonna get.
Cup of wine, and blue frosted cupcake.
All right, hold on.
Yep.
Open the party sheet and start.
Here come
And
Rabbit
then,
Boy.
um,
Rabbit Boy's
how
gonna
much?
party.
How much is the wine?
The wine is 10 copper.
Right?
So
While they go looking through all of that, I kind of want to spend some time looking for the kettle steam.
Okay. Why don't you roll perception for me?
I'll help you do that while they're noshing. I've noshed enough. Enough nosh for me.
Jory, what was the other thing that you wanted besides the wine?
Cake.
Cupcake?
Very overwhelmed by the sights and sounds. I'll be right back. I gotta get some nosh in real life. I have not noshed enough.
I have not noshed enough. Cupcake.
I'm gonna get. What's that wine called?
Evening
You did say
berry wine.
perception?
It was called Evening Berry Wine. I've already drunk it. Ha ha. No, cupcake. I saved actually some of my wine so I could wash the cupcake down with it. Kirk. Ermagerd, cupcake.
How much are the candies?
10 copper.
Was that enough for me to find the kettle of steam?
14. No, you did not see kettle steam. You did see a couple of kenku, but they did not have a voice in the sense that, they've stolen somebody else's. They are typical kenku.
Could I tell if they were Kinko
Colonel
from
Stern.
the fair or not? I mean, the carnival?
No, they seem to be goers,
Well, what's
They
the what's the candy called?
Goers. Your wife, is she a goer? Does she go?
Well, there's candied apples, and then there's also lollipops, or there's Euphoria cookies.
Ooh, Euphoria. cookies.
What? How
Those
much
have
are
like
those?
Those have 50 milligrams each. in
All
them.
of those are 10 copper each.
If they're proper Euphoria cookies, they actually have like 150 milligrams, but I think that's a little too much for your tourists,
All right, so I'll take
Of what? We'll leave it to your imagination.
4 pixie tarts, 2 evening
If you
berry
live where
wine.
we live, you know what we mean.
Probably one of the lollipops, one of the cookies, one of the cupcakes, and one of the candied apples.
All right.
Well, you know what? I'll also get a candied apple. I want to see if the apples here taste the same.
Cupcake. I didn't take the money out. I did the wine, but I didn't do the cupcake.
Cupcake
And
is 10
then-
copper.
What's
10
the
copper also.
so that's 20.
I will consume them both
80,
with
that's-
gusto. I will get blue frosting on my white fur. Well, it's actually gray fur if you look at my
30, 40.
you look up there.
Gray fur. What's a grafer?
What's a gray fur? It's a person that PvPs. I'm a red name,
there
but
we
I'm
go.
not.
I've
No, but if you look
deducted
closely at my,
the
Not a grafer technically, but
buck
semantics.
40.
it was a joke, my friend.
Right on.
But
But
if you look,
griefing's not a joke.
oh, Oh, fine. If you look at my portrait, I have gray fur around my nose there, so the blue frosting just gets in my fur.
I can't see your
All right.
your face at all, sir.
So
Very small. Very
that's
small.
at this point. There's the
Zoom in.
it's right
the merry-go-round, and then the bubble is all that's left in this area, or what else have we not checked out?
The big top.
Oh,
Yeah, well, you haven't been to the big top, but I assumed you were saving that for last. But yeah, this side, with the exception of the bubble ride, has been explored.
okay. You guys want to hit the big top and then the bubble?
I think we should probably do the bubble first, because I'll bet you there's a story element in the big top that's going to fast forward us outside of the ability to go look at any more of the outside.
Well, the bubble's going to carry us all the way across to the other side as the fast travel.
Oh, I see what you mean, sir.
So
All right. Yeah, I feel like the big top's going to advance us outside of the world, but all right. All right. So be it. I just ate that whole fucking cupcake.
Don't we just have to wait for a time for the big shop show to open, and we were going to explore the other stuff until that time?
I vaguely remember these things.
As it happens, there is in fact some sort of event being run right now, or rather, you can see people entering the big top to take seats.
Ah, well, there we go.
All right, guys.
All right.
We're going with the big
Never
top.
mind.
All right, I pound the rest of the wine. Wham! And actually go and get another glass of wine if I can.
Yeah, I hold on to my
I'm
candied
pre-gaming.
apple.
I'm fucking pre-gaming.
I'm ready. I'm not going to eat it yet. I'm waiting for a moment.
I'll take another
Okay,
10
well.
copper out, and then I will drink that glass of wine also.
I hope Bonzo the Clown doesn't call me an ass.
Are you a mule? Are you a horse?
No, we've been through this joke.
No?
No, then you must be an ass.
Yeah, well.
Devastated. All right.
You know what I'll say.
He said I didn't find the voice.
As you can see, the big top is this big sort of three-peaked, almost like the Denver airport sort of structure. On the tent walls are painted wooden panels that whirl with colorful motion, displaying vibrant circus performances. The sound of music and laughter drifts out through the canvas door. There is no one punching tickets or anything at the door. It seems to be free to enter and experience.
All right.
So you can file in and take seats if that is your.
I find us seating in the closest frontmost center.
Well, by the time you arrive, a lot of the lowest row of seating are filled, but there is pretty good seats, probably like 3 rows back.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh.
I can sit on the item box for right. Oh, hold on. Hold on just a second. My Discord is no longer giving me audio. Guys. Say something? Nope. Hold on a second. Board. Sharing. Oh, that's it. Now, can't hear. Let me see if I can hear anything. Hold on, everybody.
math and legs. It has no problem. Welcome
Yeah,
back.
literally shit post talking.
Great. Awesome. Thank
Like
you.
this. These are her legs. They could be walking, but they're not walking. They're doing the symbol of math, meaning greater than, like this. Like this. Don't mind these fingers. They don't count. They don't count.
Like if you bend your
We're
elbow,
talking these
it
guys.
also makes the symbol of math.
The symbol of math meaning greater than. Now it's eating my head. It's eating my head right now. But I'm also Bowser from a movie.
Well, it means that your head is greater than whatever
Bow,
it's
bow,
pointing
bow,
at.
bow,
So
bow,
you know.
Bow. I'm Bowser from what was the show, dude? 1970s.
Shauna Na.
Shauna Na. Thank you. Bow wow wow.
Yep.
No, it's Super Mario. We all know it.
Different Bowser.
Totally different Bowser. Bowser was a greaser from Shauna Na, which was on a TV show. Was it a TV show Shauna Na, or was it a TV show?
I was gonna say the TV show was Shauna Na, wasn't? Though they also appeared on Laverne and Shirley at one point.
They did, yeah. It's Lenny and Squiggy hung out with them.
Lenny and Squiggy. Right? Yeah. Exactly. Wow, talk about a fucking tangent.
Wow.
Anyway,
hey man.
Now that we're all back, would you like to hear about the Big Top?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Is there a bluff skill?
Are there clowns? Are there clowns?
Where
there's persuade
or deception
I have blue icing on my fur.
Or deception. Yeah.
Where's this?
Yeah, like around your mouth and kind of like on your nose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I go, are there clowns? Are there clowns?
There do not seem to be any clowns when you walk in, but
I heard that the frontmost seats are the dangerous ones.
They're the ones who get splashed, right? With blood.
Do I get advantage because of that?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh shit! You made me laugh. Well, oh my god!
So you say that, and then they hear Jory, and they kind of look back at the stage and go, "Oh!" And they sort of like clear out. And so there's four seats right there in the center front row.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I need these big ass feet.
I compromise.
Yeah. So as you take your front row seats, the lights dim. Hush falls over the crowd. Tent goes dark. Just about 2 or 3 seconds later, let's call it 6 seconds later, just to use a totally random and not at all 5e number.
It's not one turn.
Yeah, no. A spotlight illuminates a figure suspended above you, really above the center of the Big Top, probably by thread or like silk ropes. It's hard to tell. It's a live elven figure sitting in a silver hoop, but you can't tell from here what's holding the hoop up. You can see a glitter, so you think there's probably like silk rope or thread or something.
Oh shit! It's like Tinkerbell at Disneyland, you guys.
The elf wears a dazzling suit. You'll love this one, Jory. The suit is as if someone glued pieces of a shattered mirror to it in a mosaic, so that he has a scintillating suit of shattered mirror on.
Oh yeah.
And he wears a pair of butterfly wings similar to the ones that everybody in the crowd is holding or wearing, except that his are animate and ornate. In one hand, he holds a scepter, topped with what looks kind of like a weather vane that is spinning.
He's exactly like Tinkerbell.
And he says, "Welcome, one and all, to this evening's extravaganza. I am Mr. Light. Prepare to be delighted." And he bows.
Delight. He said lighted. Delighted, you guys.
There seems to be a theme.
Yeah, he's like Disco Tinkerbell.
Yep, the room once again goes dark. And you hear the sort of mournful twang of a violin begin to play. It's really actually quite beautiful playing, though in your mind kind of melancholy, almost like depressed, but not like, funerary, like not like, oh, it's so depressing, but like muted,
sad,
as if held back. Yeah, a little sad, right?
He's
However-
actually playing the Parting Glass. We just don't know that song.
Nice. That's beautiful. However, you realize that very, very slowly, the very center of the big top floor is beginning to illuminate. And standing there, playing a fiddle, is a satyr who begins to dance very slowly, wearing a kilt, oddly enough.
This won't go well.
But yeah, he begins to dance as he plays, and the music, as the center brightens even brighter and brighter, it begins to become more joyful. The ground around him begins to become.
I speak Sylvan. I just want to know. I speak Sylvan.
And from it bursts forth 1,000 little tiny sprouts. Sprouts. I don't know what sprouts are. But sprouts. Yeah, tiny little sprouts of green, almost like grass. But as he keeps playing and dancing, they get taller and taller, and they split off leaves. And then eventually you realize it is a field of lilies that take bloom right as the music crescendos. And then after the crescendo, the music again begins to become muted and soft and quiet. The lighting begins to dim again as the flowers begin to wilt and their petals fall off. And as it ends, the last petal of the last lily falls off and everything goes dark for a moment. Then once again, Mr. Light is illuminated from his position suspended above the big top. And he says, all things that are good and sweet must eventually come to an end.
Oh, no.
But that doesn't mean that what we love has to go with them. And he points back down to the big top floor, and the lights come back up as the lights over him dim. And an elf woman stands in the center of the floor. At first, it seems like she's wearing like a shimmering sort of like silk gown, all straight, no ruffles, simple lines. And she begins to dance a sort of ballet in complete silence. But as she does, the impression that you get of her gown is more like fog in the morning. And she continues her dance, and as she does, her outfit shimmers and changes, becomes bluer and green, and almost seems to sprout a pattern of leaves and trees for a moment. The dance is very lovely, and as she progresses through it, you realize that her outfit is basically projecting the course of a day. From morning to noon to evening time to nighttime, and she ends her dance as the lights once again dim. Everybody applauds, moved by the dance. The lights above you come on again, and Mr. Light looks down and says, what matters most are memories, for time is something that we can't control. But what we value most can also be a thing that causes us sorrow or tears. And the best, and he says, and the best medicine for tears is laughter. And as he says this and bows again, and the lights go dark, a sort of like raucous music begins to play.
Clowns.
And as the lights come up in the center of the big top, you realize that there is a sort of like 1/3 scale, not Colosseum, chariot track now in the center of the big top. And at a starting position on the other side, across the big top floor from you, are eight pixies in chariots pulled by weasels.
It is little people.
And Mr. Light gives color commentary as they begin a dangerous race where they cast spells on each other, transform each other, try to put each other to sleep.
5 coins. 5 coins. 5 coins on the second one there in the blue.
Green.
Right, Mr. Light, telling a story about each of the charioteers and their trials and tribulations. Yeah, it's a very raucous event. It comes to a close, with the winner being the fifth racer. Mr. Light descends the ring that had been suspending him, lowers him all the way down to the circus floor, and he says, "I hope that we've given you something worth remembering, something that you can treasure even as you go about the darkest of days. I ask only that those of you who are," and he sort of smiles and says, "brave enough, offer to do the same. If any of you would care to entertain all of us here, myself included, the floor is yours." And he bows and points to the big top floor.
I don't even know what I would
I
do.
stomp out.
Yeah, I don't even know what I would do. What would you do?
I know exactly what I'm doing.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Verde?
I flex.
YOLO!
Take off my
He's like,
That was a smooth opener.
you should have some coconut oil so you like rub it in on your titties.
Oh no, I flex.
I think all he has is blue frosting. So
Oh right, you should do the blue frosting. Just rub that in on your titties. Really good.
I don't
like
have
a woad.
I don't have a cupcake.
Blue. No, I ate
bummer.
mine. I ate mine. It's all over my fur.
No, I would have to give me a second. Let me load up a page.
Great. Do I have oil? Lamp oil. Dumps it all over his gnome self.
oh my god, yeah, that's bad.
All shining in the light.
I need
No one stops you as you step up, and nobody else seems to be volunteering. So Mr. Light is in fact delighted that you step up onto the big top floor.
I just need to open up my Google's Docs document, the one with all the rage on it,
Just go gnome.
because it's going to help me.
Okay, so I got some cantrips. Is there something I can use to spread the smell of delicious food through this entire place using my cantrips?
Yeah, use vanilla
Do you have prestidigitation?
or candy, vanilla
Well,
candy.
Do so
Yeah, that should do it.
Yep.
Yeah, that should do it.
That should work.
Well, my friend, if you're going to go into this, so shall I. Everyone, smell of the grandest foods from all across the realms.
Nice. Mr. Light applause to that. Are you going to perform together, or are you going to step up separately?
That's
I'll work with him.
Yeah,
I'm absolutely going to work with my friend.
I got the impression that
Patriots.
Watts. Yeah, exactly. I got the impression that Watts was backing him up with some illusory background
There it
snippage, right? Wherever
Yeah,
Verde
absolutely.
goes,
I'll
it
use
smells
all of my
like
cantrips to light this up.
vanilla, right?
Yeah, because I'm only using the rage to color whatever the fuck I'm doing while I'm flexing.
Okay.
Where's the button? Do I press a button? Actions. It would be under actions, wouldn't it? Not ability.
What is your intention? Like, are you going to pop rage and then flex? Are you going to, what's your plan?
Well, when you want to make your nipples extra hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop rage and flex, and depending on what magic
wants to turn his
happens, I'm
6-pack into a 12-pack with the
I'm gonna do
rage.
something fantastic with my magic. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna adapt from there.
Okay. Well, remember the words, so we'll always shine the brightest of all. I silently cast Word of Radiance. We must always shine through this thick and thins. With good food, it can happen.
And with good food, you can
Whenever you
build
flex, it smells
yourself
delicious.
to become something like this.
I would eat that boy right up. Oh, I would eat that boy.
So what I'm going to want is for you to roll your rage.
D100?
Yeah, I was going to say that's a D100 roll. So just grab the 00 10-sided down at the bottom. Throw that in the chat. Yep. And then
Nice.
tell me what 58 is.
Number 58 is okay. Number 58, at the start of the rage, you yell a word of power and rage, targeting one creature, stunning it. If the creature has 150 hit points or fewer, it is stunned. Otherwise, no effect.
Oh,
Poor woman in the front row.
sorry. I had to step away for a second to
Meatballs!
refill on snacks, so you weren't able to
pass it
hear.
out?
So, something I wanted to say that will work well with that is I wanted to tell him that I was going to appear as a bear for him to wrestle as a feat of strength.
Oh,
So
shout
this
it
would be
over.
at the point where like he's been flexing and suddenly this like well-dressed bear is like waving to the crowd and like
A
posing into
well-dressed
stuff
bear.
because he's because I've got the hat and the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cloak.
Like a
exactly,
top hat, right?
exactly.
You walk up with a top hat and a cane and a monocle.
No, it's the hat and the cloak that adapt to whatever form I have. So it's
Right. So he's a clothed bear, exactly.
Right, right.
Wearing
And
snazzy clothes.
just
yeah.
coming in and flexing and doing bear stuff, and finally when you turn around, doing the feat of strength, wrestling the bear sort of thing, and like give him like a really good show, obviously.
Yep.
Like no harm done. I'm not like cutting you up or anything. It's
Of
very
course not.
much
Yeah,
just
it's a
like
performance.
it is the performance.
Yeah. No. Yeah. There's gonna be some fucking WWE style wrestling going on until finally maybe after a push or a pull, I'm gonna try to get some distance, and I'm no shit gonna say "Foos Hilda!" and stun him.
All right, basically do the red panda like stand up on all fours, looking surprised look, and
Red
just like
panda stand
whoa.
Perfect. All right.
My rage.
So then I'll let you two pick, but between Verde and Phalian, I would like one of you to roll a performance, and I would like that to be rolled with advantage. Watts, what smells specifically are you going for here?
Okay. Part of it's going to be honey because we now have a bear on the scene. Part of it is that that good coconut oil smell, like the kind like.
Sure. Okay.
the kind that I can't describe without being, lewd.
Okay. In that case, also roll a 1d4 after you roll
Coconut, baby.
performance.
Okay, so 1d4 now.
Yeah. After YOLO is rolled performance, I'm assuming.
Oh, I'll roll it.
No, I'm switching it to
Okay.
Phelan because he has a higher performance than I do.
Got it. Okay.
I think
That's fine.
that'll translate as physically the bear would have won if I didn't use my spectacular power.
Nice. Yeah. Now roll me 1d4. Nice. Okay. That's not bad. So, yeah, it goes off swimmingly. Crowd loves it. Everybody's like laughing and cheering, and when you finally fall over stunned, it's a laugh riot for the crowd. At which point, Mr. Light steps back up. The lights dim and sort of spotlight him as he motions you all back to your seats. And he says, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for attending. Don't forget to return in 4 hours if you're still here in the carnival for the crowning of the king or queen of the carnival. Please do enjoy your stay. And he points to the exit as the lights go down. And when they come back up, he's gone and people begin to file out.
I smack Phalian a little bit, just gently. Yo. I don't know if that's like, is that stun bad?
That was pretty effective. That's a. I don't know if you'll be able to do that every time, but you can do it when you need it. That gets the job done.
No.
As you
got
are
1 in 100
filing,
chance.
as you are filing out and talking amongst yourself, a large bugbear, dressed comically in pants and suspenders with a sort of like newsboy hat sort of crooked to a side, with a comically large cigar stuck in his mouth that you can tell he's not actually smoking. You know, it's obviously a prop.
Ooh.
He lumbers up to you and he says, "Follow me. Management wants to see you."
All right, sounds good.
Where can I get myself one of those?
No, what were you pointing at when you asked?
His cigar.
Oh,
Hey,
he
buddy.
takes it out of his mouth and he says, "It's a corn cob,"
Oh.
and he sticks it back in his mouth.
Oh, you don't say, Anderson. It looks so, it's such a good, well done prop. You got some quality workmanship there.
He says, "Yeah, the boss likes it."
Yeah.
So he leads you basically. If you go back to not that we've gone to any other map, but if you look at the map, there's sort of like an employees area, a circle of wagons behind the tent.
Mhm.
He leads you back there, leaning against a particularly ostentatious wagon at the back near a tree is an aging clown with a painted grin. He puffs on a bubble pipe and glares at you as the bugbear, totally ignoring him, opens the wagon's door and ushers you inside. And here's what that gentleman looks like.
Hey, bub.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh, look at him! There are clowns. They're
Nice.
clowns.
Stepping into the wagon, you see once again the flamboyant elf who was the MC of the show.
Thaco?
He grins from ear to
His
ear.
name
as
is
he welcomes
Thaco?
you.
Oh my
No,
god, his name is
In
Thaco.
fact, absolutely not. That clown's name is Thaco. Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm
absolutely.
saying. That clown's name is
Yeah.
Thaco.
Yeah.
There are jokes. There are jokes, guys. There are jokes.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, he says, "Please come in. I'm delighted to meet you all. I'm Mr. Light," and he points to another person in the room. He says, "And this is my associate, Mr. Witch." He gestures to a stocky elf lounging on a bunk.
I hate that
Mr.
name.
Witch nods to you and doffs his top hat.
Well, I probably don't like it as I probably like it, sorry. I like it more than a Mr. Weather.
A Mr. Cougar or a Mr. Dark.
Yep. So
If you get that
Mr.
joke,
Light,
you're literate.
Mr. Light gestures towards his scepter, the Witchlight vein, and he explains that it picks up every nuance of emotion in the carnival. If the mood is good, Light expresses his gratitude for the cheer the characters have brought to the carnival so far. People like you, he says. That was a fine act.
Thank you.
And he's, and he points to his staff, and you can see that the vein is sort of like spinning. I guess joyfully is the best way to put it. And he says, "So, well, what brings you to the carnival today? Just here for the show?"
I look at him.
I wish to be crowned royalty, for in a past life I was not recognized.
Wow, you're just gonna lead with that? You're just gonna lead with that. I say, wiping frosting from my mouth, trying to look more presentable.
We're the wayward traveling sort. Funny story. It's an interesting one, kind of unbelievable. But after that tragedy that just happened in the city, figured this would be a nice way to, cheer up and get all that past us. Bad things happen and then good things happen. So why not enjoy the good things while they're here?
Exactly. This is like a vacation before business.
Yeah. In carnival. We're here at a carnival.
Mr. Witch kind of I won't exactly say harumps. Let's say chuffs. As you say that, he says. But Mr. Light's grin widens even further, and he says, "Exactly. I'm so glad to hear that." And he sort of looks at you expectantly, almost as if he expects you to ask something. And there's a sort of awkward pause in the conversation.
So, what brings us here to your lovely office, Mr. Light? I didn't expect I'd actually get to see you until the next showing.
Well, as I said, it pleased me a great deal to see the sort of joy that your performance brought to the crowd, and I just wanted to say thank you, and perhaps to present you with a gift.
Oh dear, I would not say no.
You can't run away with the carnival, dude. You cannot run away with you can't.
I'm not saying that I would, absolutely not. But it is a noble thing, in my honor code that hospitality, entertainment, it's
brutality.
It is a key thing to being a complete person, and this person here, they supply nothing but hospitality. To be recognized, it would be an honor.
Sure enough.
What would you have thrust upon us?
Wow.
Thrust, huh?
Thrust, yeah. So he sort of stands up, kind of pushing past you. Not exactly. In fact, you notice that he actually manages to touch none of you as he squeezes past you to the door. He opens the door and he says, "I'm sure you saw Thaco as you came in. Thaco is an artist. He crafts pure joy. Thaco, if you would," he says. Thaco
is he a minimalist? Does he work in reverse?
Puffs his bubble pipe one last time before it just disappears out of his hand.
Nice.
He makes a motion as if grabbing something out of that same hand with his other hand and drawing them apart. And what appears are 4 balloon animals.
Oh, marvelous.
Okay.
A dog, a cat, a giraffe, and an elephant. And he gives one to each of you, which hopefully this system does appropriately when I press this button. Excellent.
Ooh, which one did I get?
You will have to decide and make a note of it.
The last one was an elf or an elephant?
Elephant.
Elephant.
Yes.
Elephant.
Okay, I didn't hear the rest of it.
Hmm.
Wait,
I'll take the elephant.
Okay. Can I have the cat then? Oh, well, okay. Well, let's label them all.
Dog, cat, giraffe, elephant.
I'll take a dog.
I'll take a cat. If Watts doesn't mind.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll take the giraffe. Giraffes are awesome.
Giraffes
are awesome, but I will prefer a dog, but I will take whatever.
Cat and giraffe. I was thinking a cat because elephant was taken by Phalion.
Where do I put it? Inventory?
Already in your inventory. Yeah, just make a note of which one it is.
I know, that's what I mean. Here it is. Balloon animal. Am I getting dog?
That's what you said.
All right.
Wants the cat, doesn't he?
Yeah, your choices, Watts, are cat or giraffe.
Giraffe or carafe. And for me, in that choice, I would go with the carafe.
Take the cat.
Then I would always
take
have
the giraffe.
nearby.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
The Watts has the cat. You have the giraffe. Phelan has the elephant, and
I have
Jory
a
has
dog.
the dog. It's very rough.
Balloon dog. It is rough. It's a rough approximation of a dog.
Yeah.
GIRAFFE.
There's a bit of an odd question. Feel free to say no because it's of an interesting, but not one of which may actually concern you, but there's a certain Kenku who's got a voice that sounds like a hissing teapot. We need to have a word with them. He might have stolen the voice of one of your employees.
Light nods, his smile shrinking as he says, "Forces are at work on the other side that are entirely beyond our control. The wheel of time turns ever on. What's lost is lost. What's gone is gone."
Yeah. That sounds like a fairy, in fact. Are you a fairy?
Oh, well, you know that he is an elf, so, take that for what that means.
Right. I mean, I don't mean anything by that. When I say fairy, I don't mean like, is that a thing in this world? Never mind. I continue wiping the frosting away from my mouth.
Mr. Witch, sort of like, again, and he pulls out of his pocket a pocket watch and he flips it open and he looks at it for a minute. Not a minute, more like a turn before closing it. Looking up at all of you and saying, "Candlefoot wants his voice back. I'm sure you can find Kettle Steam. He's around somewhere."
Oh, shit.
Does this happen regularly?
Kettle Steam stole Candlebutt's voice. I get it now.
And he says, "I don't know that I would call it regularly, but Kettle Steam has been, it's a grift of his. And sadly, we don't have any say in it."
Is he like born with no voice or some shit? Like, is this the thing he's compelled to do?
No, it's not my place to tell his story, he says. But Kettle Steam can talk like any other Kenku, just he has no voice of his own. He mimics normally. He doesn't typically steal.
May I ask your story?
It's probably worth something. Stories are worth something. I don't know. I'm just thinking, is there a way we can give
Did you ask
Kettle Steam a
Witch or
voice?
Light that question?
Oh, shit.
Actually, the both of them. It's kind of.
He asked the room. You asked the room.
Yeah. This is the Witchlight Carnival.
Oh, shit.
Light and Witch look at each other and they say, "Well, these days."
Yeah. Did you have any previous business partners?
They sort of stumble as they look at each other and they say, "Well,
oh, shit. Before Witch, was there someone named Weather? That's what you mean. I
didn't say it.
yeah,
no,
did you just say that out loud?"
Yes, of course.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay. Well, Witch says, "Where did you hear that name?" In fact,
oh, fuck, I was high.
Witch.
I was high.
He's not Light. Weather Light was the previous owner. We kind of swapped carnivals,
They're out there too somewhere?
And we sort of crossed ways, and it's kind of a tradition with our people when two carnivals cross ways that they part with different people. So until we meet again, the Witchlight Carnival is ours. I always thought witches were cooler than Weather, Mr. Witch admits. So I changed the name.
Dope. No, it is pretty dope. I agree. Way more like marketable to the edgy kids, I think. Whoa, sorry to just like stumble into this. You guys, I'm the stoner of the group. Does that mean anything in this world?
No.
So
no, say this all out loud.
Is the House of Illusions a holdover, I suppose? As of the whole place?
Yeah, I mean we inherited all of it. Cast and all. Light says.
Interesting.
We've made some improvements on the performances and the like. It was a little drab when we took over, he admits.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, witches are more interesting. less drab than weather.
I like the mirrors. I do like the mirrors. It's very disco.
Yeah, I guess weathers could be disco.
Like,
No,
it's
the
good.
mirrors.
Yeah,
The mirrors. Like on the suit. The mirrors on the outfit.
Yeah.
When they flicker.
Yeah.
Very nice.
He nods and he thought it was dazzling. He winks when he says it.
It's a lot like a disco ball in the 70s. Never mind. It looks good. Looks good.
Sure, he says. Why not?
Right. Oh, dude, my face when we is too tight and I can't open it.
Which looks at his pocket watch again, and he says, "Well, I don't want to occupy all of your time. There is a whole carnival to see. Don't forget to come back. Perhaps you'll be crowned king."
Hey.
Thank you. We definitely plan to stay for the second show. Maybe we'll be able to get the same seats again.
I would definitely like to see the two of you again. It'd be great.
Yeah, Watts, to your question of are there any rides that they recommend?
Are there rides?
Yeah, there are rides. You've been on one, in fact.
Oh, yeah. We did go on one. I'm just looking at the map again right now.
Yeah.
I guess there's carousel also.
Yeah, he recommends the dragonflies, which does. He says they're pretty thrilling. A lot of people like them. I think they're Kettle Steam's favorite ride, he says, sort of looking off into the distance innocently.
There's a train. Oh, shit. So if we're going to go find Kettle Steam, we should go to the dragonflies. All right.
Gotcha.
Good. Got it.
Thanks for the heads up.
But also, I'm looking at the map. I see trains. I see some boats.
Any souvenir shop?
Watts,
Sorry.
a thing that you notice about the watch as you look is that on the inside of the watch case, if the case opens, like a clamshell, the part of the clamshell that is not the watch seems to have a circular sigil etched into it, though you couldn't quite catch what it was. But there was something there.
All right. Should probably be getting to it then. Thanks again, and thanks for giving us a chance to entertain the audience and your staff a little joy there.
I had one last similar question to Watson, and is there a souvenir shop you'd recommend? One where we could pour money into this awesome affair.
He actually looks you up and down. Light does as well, and it's actually Light that answers. And he says, "Actually, judging from your attire, you've been to the best shop in the carnival."
Aha!
I see.
Their work is truly fantastic.
How was that cupcake? Was it delicious?
Did the candy apple actually taste like candy?
Yeah, it was absolutely delicious. And the candy apple tasted like the best candy apple that you've probably ever had.
Wonderful.
Like it's made from scratch,
I was going to say, I did inhale 2 glasses of wine and the cupcake in 2 bites, but still, was it good?
It was very good. The blue frosting, you were expecting maybe like a berry flavor or something similar, but in fact was just pure sugar cream. But was very good.
Yep. Nah, that's why it sticks in my fur so much. Nick trying to wipe it out. It's just grease. It's just grease and sugar.
Fantastic then. Then it'd be an honor to see you again, but we wouldn't want to waste any more of your time. Thank you for the gifts.
The gifts, they give you a little thumb drive. Got a bunch of fucking porn on it. All right.
Right.
I thought it was.
Yep. They motion you out the door and they say, "Do enjoy the rest of the carnival."
Absolutely. Great thing you're doing here.
Yep. And they let the door close behind you.
Man, if only the world wasn't ending, I'd definitely run away with the circus.
You guys realize this place is a double eight, like a double circle? It's like an eight. It's an A shape,
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
or the symbol for infinity, right?
right?
Right.
That's
Oh.
what I'm getting at.
To the tea kettle then, or the carousel?
No. Well, we could do the carousel, but we're supposed to go to the fucking dragonflies.
Dragonfly. Yes.
The dragonflies
Yeah,
is
on
where
the
Homeboy's
way-
gonna be.
Yeah, on the way to the dragonflies, there's this weird stone circle that we could check out. And
We
then
totally
I'm
can.
wondering if there's like a hat shop or a figurine shop at this. There are only two shops that are of interest, and that is the one with the crown and the one with the two people on top of it.
I'm totally down to do that, but we have to remember that Steamy Bitch is supposed to be over at the fucking dragon.
Yes. I guess there's also like this weird grandstand. Like there's a thing stand up
Where are we? Like where? Like on the map?
right
Like
next
by
to the big top.
Well, you're
next to the big
down
top.
over by the Hall of Illusions.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that! Look at that! Look, I can see our pieces now. That's sick. Neat.
It is a henge of stones.
You're a henge.
Guys, do you want to go get
Your
stoned?
mom's a henge.
Yeah,
Alright.
the Stonehenge is what's
am
the
I?
best way to describe it?
There I am.
Decorative,
Boop, boop, boop.
which is to say, there are a couple of wagons that you would guess probably belong to staff that are closed, but
Approve me.
but otherwise it's just a standing circle of stones as far as you can tell.
They probably do a performance there, like a every other day or whatever. There's like, do the dawning, the greeting of the dawn, or the calling down of the moon, or some, shit like that.
Some like staff meeting, maybe.
So those buildings there are probably staff housing.
These ones are all around it. These guys. Oh, I can't
The
freaking hold.
tents across the river, perhaps, but the stalls there are just more like food stalls selling the same sorts of candies and stuff.
What do
Okay.
you guys think?
So-
So like the stone circle area is probably like the courtyard area where everybody can go eat.
It's where all the staff gather in the morning to have like, okay, everyone, let's join hands and
Where they do like jumping jacks and
exactly. We're gonna greet the morning. Everyone greet the morning. Aren't we so glad to work for the Witchlight Carnival? We are. Hey.
So I'm going to look for the
Clap,
games
clap, clap.
along
Yeah.
this direction.
Wait, why are you going the opposite direction we're supposed to be going?
Oh, we're going to Dragonflies. Never mind. It would be looking at the ones this way. Oops.
Yeah. That's why I was talking about the crown and the two guys on
Oh,
the
yeah.
figurine.
Oh no.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Basically, these three things right there. Oh, it's one by one. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm looking to, at least spot which ones are the games along the way.
Oh, yeah. And if they're like, I don't know. I had assumptions based on the things.
A lot
that
of these are
were there.
games. What is this one? Lost and Found.
The Lost and Found might be interesting to go to too.
That's
Well, I
lost
mean,
and
we don't.
found.
Yeah, it's the Lost and Found. We haven't. I lost my dagger.
No, I actually lost.
Have you found a dagger?
100 and, I lost exactly 123 coins.
Right. They were
I
gold.
don't think you lost those. Yeah. Yeah, but if you do stop by the lost property wagon, you will notice that laying down in front of it is a large feline creature with midnight blue
Nice.
midnight blue fur. It has a pair of tentacles extending
Midnight
from
blue
its
fur.
shoulders.
Oh,
and
shit,
wears
it's a
fake
displacer bitch.
butterfly wings. Hanging
Wait,
from
it's
its collar is a
fairy
small wooden
displacer bitch?
keg. No, the wings are probably fake, you would gather. Like they're held up by the tentacles,
It's okay.
Like,
Look, you said that I'm allowed to have all of my knowledge from the real world.
yeah. Hanging
Yeah.
from its collar is a small wooden keg. The creature roughhouses with two young boys. One of them squeals, "Again, Durla, again," while the other hangs onto the creature's neck.
If
I
they
wonder when
seem
you're
to
going to be
be
ships with the kid
working,
hanging onto it.
if they seem to be working the lost and found, even though
Wow.
I know that the crow is
I-
supposed to have the voice, I'm going to ask if they have seen a lost voice or if
Durla,
somebody has returned a lost voice.
Can I pet your kitty?
Who are you asking?
The
Do
kid.
they seem to be working the lost and found?
They're playing with the cat.
No, okay. So I'm going to go to lost and found to see if there's somebody working it or.
Nobody seems to be in the lost and found.
I'm not
The door
at
is
all
locked, but
interested
it does
in the
have a
lost.
window that you can see through.
I just want to know if I can pet the cat.
He's probably asking the little girl.
Are you asking the children or the cat?
Well, I'm asking the children. Can I pet your cat?
Okay. The cat, the displacer beast, turns to you
Yes,
and in Sylvan says, "Yes, you may pet the cat."
Oh shit! Okay, let's check it out. I speak Sylvan, so I will say, "Oh shit! My apologies. May I pet the cat?" In
He
Sylvan.
bows his head.
All right, I'll pet the cat. So, I pet a displacer beast. Oh, you guys, I pet a displacer
Yep.
beast.
Yep, he purrs with a deep-throated purr as you do.
Nice.
Watts, to your question, he sort of for a moment, and he says, "Nope. Can't say that I've seen anything, or I guess heard anything." He shrugs about that.
I can understand the conversation, but only can speak common. So I say thank you, bow, and also ask if I may pet the cat.
He bows his head again.
That's funny.
Pets. Actually, didn't say so.
He says, "Nope, nobody named Kettle Steam has come by here. I have seen a few Kanku go by. Can't say I've seen Kettle Steam today, though."
Yeah. Well, I love the wings. We got some interactions to go for. Thank you.
Watts, I'll take that as if you said it before YOLO. And Durlagron shakes his head and he says, "I've only ever seen Kettle Steam as a Kenku, but he does this thing where he makes you think you're talking to somebody else anyway. Kind of how I can make you look somewhere else." And his position shifts 3 feet to the left.
Right. See, he did the thing, you guys. He did the. You guys, he did the thing. Sick.
I'm so
He will gladly take your jerky and cheese if you are offering it.
Yeah.
Watts,
You little
he says
nibble tarts.
he says I'm actually just babysitting. But if you come back later, you might be able to ask the folks who actually work here. To which the two boys say, "Yeah, Mom will be back soon."
Babysat by a displacer beast. That's awesome.
best babysitter out there.
Well, especially for like toddlers, because they run really fast, but you could just be like blip, blip with tentacle, right? You got the tentacles also, like with the little hands, like just whoop, scoop 'em up. I can see it. I can totally see it. It's a good pet.
Watts, he tells you that he has everything he needs.
Good family pet. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the loyalty of a displacer beast, You're
Yeah.
probably doing all right.
Well, I know, but like, yeah, minder for your toddler. Yeah, great, awesome,
Yeah.
best family pet ever.
So what
Also,
are the?
also can tell stories. You know.
Oh yeah. Oh, so what are the? Are there any various attractions that aren't? Oh, that's actually pretty wise. Yeah.
And he nods. He says, "Thanks. I'm good." He shrugs and he says, "Nothing of mine has ever gone missing." And his tentacles sort of flutter, flapping his fake wings.
Flap, flap, flap.
All right. We'll definitely have to come back by later.
Yeah.
Pleasure
There
to meet
any-
you.
Exactly.
He says, "All right, well, enjoy the carnival."
Kitty, kitty, and Sylvan.
Yeah. Durlagron nods and says, "Certainly within the next hour."
Well,
Everyone talks druid.
Sylvan.
Yes, I know.
It's built
Sure
into
you
my
are.
rabbit face, man. I'm a rabbit. It's what I speak.
I just
I-
understand.
Oh yeah, you understand it, but can't speak it.
Yep. Because he has
Oh.
comprehend languages, but not speak languages.
Oh yeah, okay.
So,
If I get my way, I'm going to attach this helmet to a gorget and attach that gorget to my neck with a giant clasp. Just never take off the helmet.
Exactly. I'm like, you're gonna go like completely what's it? Trans gnomish.
Hey, no, not in this game.
Yeah, what are you? I was like, what are you in this
what,
game?
I don't know.
That's a
appear to
tricky
be-
question. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm dead.
So that-
what do we have
Oh.
going on for, are these all snack factories? Along
Those
this
are
road?
actually games,
Ooh.
and you actually realize as you look at them all that they are basically an exact replication of the games available on the other side.
Hmm.
So
I'm pretty sure
there's a
Snack
ring toss, there's
Factory
a Catch the Dragon, there's the
is what I
poetry
would
contest
name,
with the gnome, there's the wrestling with a goblin,
if I ever
outstaring
Oh.
the Cyclops.
Oh.
You know,
Oh.
outstaring a
Hey.
the Cyclops.
Hey, Verde. You want to outstare another Cyclops?
If I ever open a nightclub, I'm gonna call
Dare
it
you.
Factory, I think.
Like
what was that?
and
If I ever open a nightclub, I'm gonna call it the Snack Factory.
The Snack Factory. I like it.
Right?
You want to outstare a Cyclops.
I will outstare the Cyclops.
Oh, right, because you're dead.
Okay. You will need to make a Constitution check.
I'm dead.
Fly lands on his eye, walks across it. He's just like,
Does that actually do I get?
No, it's about maintaining your composure. You know, it's a contest of wills.
Yes.
fucking. I've been reading Lauren Bucus' book Slipping, which is a bunch of like short stories, and the titular short story Slipping has in it a character that is a corpse that is animated from afar by a telemetry.
Nice. Yep, like
Yeah.
a drone.
Yeah, he like exactly like a drone. In fact, it's a
Oh,
cool,
you failed to
Cool fucking
outstare the
story, man.
Cyclops.
super cool story.
Does the Cyclops just make me blink or something? How does this work?
Uh,
Dead.
Yeah, you set yourself up assuming that it's going to be easy, but man, there's just an intensity to that Cyclops' stare. Like, it's like almost like it wriggles around your eyeballs. It just
Matt,
makes them feel like gritty.
You're trying to
what I
to
mean?
focus
Like,
both of your eyes on his one pupil. Like,
you just convergence point is just wrong. You just
right? Exactly. Ah.
yeah, but it just the impulse suddenly just overtakes you and you blink.
How much does it cost to try it?
We go look that up again because I forgot.
I'm gonna try the
it's-
catch the dragons one after that.
Okay. Yep, it is 1 silver
right.
for the outstare the Cyclops.
All right. And what's the check? What's the check I got to roll?
It is a Constitution check.
Con check. Here we go.
Okay, to catch the dragon by the tail.
Shit, I lost.
Also, this one is actually 3 silver.
I lost. I laughed.
Yeah, you
I laugh
absolutely
out loud
lost. You
when I
lost
do.
almost immediately. Like,
Yeah, I laugh out loud. I go, you can't focus on the one eye. It's the one eye, you guys, as I walk away. I'm like, it's the one eye.
I will need a wisdom check from you, Phalian.
Doing so.
I will let you re-roll that because I want to check, not a save.
Oh, I rolled a save, not a check. Oh,
You can re-roll that if you want.
Rolled a shave, not a check. By which a person from Czechoslovakia.
Nice. Okay, so Phalian, you don't manage it. You feel like you've totally got a grip on her, on the fairy dragon. But when you actually do finally close your hand, it's empty. YOLO, that will change the outcome. You will have managed to outstare the Cyclops. With the
I'll pay
17,
for.
So
I'll pay for a second one though. Just I don't know, make it fair.
that's fine. But that will get you another crystal ball.
Nice.
I'll put these together. Do I get a bunch of eyeballs? I'll just add a 2, I guess, to my item box.
Actually, yeah, exactly. As I say, if you merge them together, they become the orbs of Testicles.
Oh
Wow.
my god!
Nice. I'm gonna give mine another shot.
Wait, what? You want to pour another
Alright.
shot?
No.
Please don't.
No, not me.
Oh, just missed it, man.
It's a hard check. Boom.
There you go.
90
There you
silver.
go. Took 3
9
tries, but
silver,
you
right?
finally got it.
Is 9 silver?
Yeah.
9 silver. Okay.
All right, and your prize. Oh, I think you may even already have one of these. Let's see.
I don't believe I have the dragon. I think someone else has it.
I thought I got it.
Yeah.
Your prize. Phalian, let me actually assign it to you. Hold on. Is magic face paint.
Yeah.
Magic face. All right. Which was the? I thought there was another one with a ring toss and some dragon dolls that try to dodge.
There is one with the ring toss. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's actually the one I was thinking about. Like I'll take the dragon, the face paint thing, but yeah. I'll give that one a shot.
All right. So, as you recall, the game involves tossing rings, or rather, tossing a ball into a ring suspended in the center of the stall. This one, you notice, is actually a little different in that there are actually 2 rings of different sizes, and they're placed one in front of, like, not directly occluding the other, but like one closer to you than the other, so that there's 2 parallax layers, and one is to the left of the other, so that the one farthest back is to the left and the one closest is to the right. And the goblin running the stall says, "Yeah, we're testing a version here. You can get it through both. You'll get something special."
All right. How would you say that these rigs are like manufactured and set up with the exact same specifics, or would you say there's, some noticeable variation?
He says, "There's probably some variation. I mean, they're not the most precision work."
Oh, you guys do a great job. Well, yeah, sounds like fun. Give it a shot.
That's a weird philosophical question for us to have, Jory. But we need to know more about this world.
All right.
Wait, what?
Give me a dexterity check.
Is the fine-tuning of a magical instrument more or lesser than the fine-tuning of science?
Yeah, I'm hitting both of the outer rings on that one. Is it? I can't remember.
What are the
Was
prices
it?
at the one that
Was
Phelan's
it
working on?
5 balls for
3?
3 balls? Okay.
Yep, you only get 3 balls. No.
Just
A
getting
little
a
better,
feel
but
for
still
it.
not going to cut it. Yeah.
One of
All
the
right.
balls was
Oh.
All right.
you see, and so
No,
you only
no.
Balls,
How much is it for this one?
What's the ball game here?
2 silver.
2 silver. Sure, you want to give it a throw?
The ball game, yeah. What's going on here?
The dex check.
Check a ball through a couple of rings.
All right,
And
and
2 silver.
and 2 silver, you say?
Indeed, for 3 balls.
2 silver for 3 balls. All right. Well, that's a strange number of balls, but let's do it.
Yeah, no, it's like 3-ball Tuesday.
3 Ball Tuesday. Wonderful. I think I saw a person do a dance once that was called 3 Ball Tuesday. They were pretty good.
Do your 3 checks so I can do mine.
What's the check?
Dex.
Dexterity.
Dex.
3 of them.
3 of them.
Oh, nope, that's a miss.
That's a miss.
2 more.
Hold up. 2 more. Here we are. Bonk. Oh no, that's a total.
That's definitely a miss.
Yeah.
I actually threw that one out into the crowd.
Right.
Scarfnage. No, I can't throw balls.
Nope.
Today.
Yep. Nope. No ball through hoops for you.
I put down 2 coins.
All right. He gives you 3 balls. It's the same number as balls as my father.
What the fuck?
It was me getting new fucking dice. I was retiring my dice. Fuck them dice.
Oh, nice. So you get it on your first?
Well, bam!
Second?
Holy shit!
Oh, but not your third.
Holy fuck! The second
That's
one.
fine. You only needed 2.
0. Nattle 0.
Yep,
That means
so,
the second one you were just like whoop, and you like loft it, and it touches nothing. It just goes. Just
I
through
was
the rings.
I was always taught to just keep on firing. Sorry if it was a little.
I almost took a drink,
showboaty.
and then I realized it was 1 minute until the time when we all should be taking a drink or smoking a bowl.
Oh
or
yeah, no, I was definitely looking at that.
Yep. Okay, so he reaches beneath the counter and he pulls a sort of cuddly plush spider doll from underneath it, and he says, "Congratulations on the skill shot. 2 in a row get you the big prize."
A Cupid spider.
I love
That spider's
this
amazing.
spider.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
All right. Well, hold up 1 second, friends. Anybody watching this stream right about now should take a moment and you should look to the chat channel wherein I have embedded a link. That link is the link to the Patreon that funds things like frivolous projects that myself and Snipe Hunter do, amongst which are like physical copies of things like the divination cards that you can access in our Discord. And like you can be like, give me a reading, and you get a reading with vapor cards, make-believe cards. But slowly but surely I am creating
Digital
real cards. And people are getting those real cards. In fact, some of them got them just the other day, just yesterday and today.
Yeah, a
There
few
were some
days
cards
ago.
that arrived in the mail because they were patrons. And those patrons should feel chuffed because they are, in fact, patrons of the art. And
That's what it says on the sticker.
Right. They even got stickers so they can proclaim to the world that they are chuffed and they are patrons of the arts. But now is the weekly moment where I set aside a moment. I gotta polish that to say, hey, thanks. This here shot here, this one is for you. Cheers
From
to
the
our
bottom of our
patrons,
hearts.
and thank you.
And be chuffed.
Cheers.
Glory and good health to all
Good
of
for
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, guys. Keep up the good
Cheers,
work.
everybody.
Ooh, whoa, whoa, yeah. I must speak in tongues for a minute. Dabble, dabble. You should be getting yours pretty soon, Watt. Neurotoxin had his extra special spice in there because I was supposed to send him a thing, 3-4 years ago? A number of years ago?
You're
It was
right.
almost
That long,
5
hasn't
now.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
a number of years ago. Well, that got in there finally. That is a weight off my soul. Snipe Hunter, I will send you your shit, but you need to give me your new address.
Oh, yeah. No problem. I thought I had done that already. My bad.
No, you need to do it, and then I will send you the package is ready. Also, some other folks that are not patrons got extra special packages because they're friends of ours and have done cool shit. Amongst them, Phantom X. What up, Phantom X? Who's apparently
Nice.
super stoked. I sent him also. I sent him one of my last few copies of the maps of Twixt. Because when he does his show, he's got all the maps behind him. And I was like, there's a lack of Teleston on your wall there, Mr. Phantom X. And he was like, oh, we got no maps, dude. And I was like, I see what you've done,
Well,
and
then.
I will see your challenge. And so I sent him along a patron package, which included one of the last few Twix maps that I happen to have around, and he was very stoked about that. So,
Very nice.
anyway, I'm just saying, if you, what's the word? If you, what's the word? God damn it. If you make yourself a friend of mine, there's a word, and I want to say acclimatized, but it's not the right word. I don't know. If you friend up, if you buddy me, I'll send you cool shit. If you go to my Patreon and sign up and put your address in there, I'm guaranteed to send you
cool shit. Right.
And I'm trying my bestie to get on there and send more shit. I even have some more stuff in the barrel that just hasn't been made real or is ready to be made real, but I got to take it to the print shop and be like, all right, dude, now make me this. But the cards was the first shot. That was my, can you do this? And they were like this. And I was like, yeah, perfect. Right on. So we can go with them again in the future. Del Mar Blue, not a sponsor, but that's the name of the place. And then
They
also
do good work, though.
Right. And so the next thing is I'm going to do probably either a coloring book or a combination of coloring book and stories in a small bound.
See, that's what I would do.
You see what I'm saying? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what stories I'm thinking. So anyway,
Yep.
Patron up, my friends. Patron up if you aren't already. There is good stuff in the mail. Also, I'm going to finish out the divination cards. And I'm sure if you friend up with Snipey there, he'll hook you up with a standalone card reader, maybe question mark, possible.
Yeah. I mean,
we were going
I
to sell
can
it on the
work with
Steams if we
beta key for the Steam release that is just waiting on key artwork to happen. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh shit, key artwork. Send me a list. I have a subscription. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It occurred to me as you were speaking that was finally a problem I could solve. So I was actually planning to do exactly that.
I was going to say, I have put some money into this problem and also a whole lot of time. Don't you fucking mock me, my friends. I'm a prompter. I am doing the prompts.
Promptly.
Anyway, and I also will take shit into my fucking
prompter.
I pay for Adobe. I got my Adobe shits. I can just bring it in and I'll do my changes. I'll fix the fingers, the fact that there's 7 and 8 and 9.
Yeah, you'll make it actually art. Yes.
And I'll turn it into yes. Come on, dude. I won't just leave it straight fucking AI out.
Of course not.
I mean, come on.
It's a tool, not an art.
Exactly. Thank you, Verde. Thanks for calling it out. I went to art school.
That's true. Can attest.
No, dude, facts. Love you. I mean it. Anyway, let's get our shit done. And anyway, patrons, you'll get cool stuff. I promise. Just
You will.
keep sending me money.
No, still on. Is there anything at the grandstand just across from where these this misleading double-figured stand is?
Yeah, you mean across from the lost and found, basically?
Yeah.
Next to, I guess is a better way to put that. It's like a stage. There doesn't seem to be anybody performing on it at the moment. But like the backdrop that's over there is it shows like it's funny because he's got, you know, fairy wings, but it basically shows like a Hans and Franz burly muscle man lifting a comically large barbell.
You know, I run up on the stage and I'm like, "What is a man?" And I pantomime throwing a glass, but a miserable pile of secrets. No matter. And I jump off the stage. Let us fight.
Nobody takes you up on your challenge, but you get a couple of laughs and some clapping from folks as they go walking by.
And I whisper only to my co-conspirators here that none of them know where that's from.
Of course not. Or if they do, there's some entirely different context to which it's been used in this.
Right.
Ooh, that's an interesting thought.
That's funny. Is there like Castle Stradia?
You might have just quoted one of the classics.
I think so.
I try to proc the this is
Great. Hello. Bloop, bloop.
Did I proc anything? Or was it just probably the...
So were there any other games that we hadn't hit up? Because I think that was about all of them.
Yep, that was all of them.
Cool.
On our way to the Dragonflies, is there anything of note here? Or are they mostly rehashes?
Yeah, a couple food stalls. Actually, there is a place that sells sugar-coated mushrooms over there.
Ooh. Are they different colors and varieties?
We're all like, wait.
We like mushrooms.
Well,
we all like mushrooms.
Yeah. How much are they and what are the varieties?
They're all variations of like button mushrooms, right? So it's almost like a Mario game, you know, same mushroom, different color scheme, basically. And there are red ones and blue ones and green ones and brown ones and black ones and white ones.
Green ones are infant or extra lives, and red ones just make you big.
I want the ones that make me big.
And they cost 10 copper a mushroom.
Interesting. Do they come with any side effects?
Yeah, did he get you high? I'm going to ask the vendor.
Are they 10 copper or 1 silver?
Either.
What did the vendor say?
They're listed as 10 copper in price. The vendor says, none of them will make you fly.
No, I mean, but are these drugs? Do they give you a buzz?
No. I mean, they're candy.
All right. I want a green one. 10 copper.
He's like, no.
Right? I'm like, come on, dude. Where I come from, mushrooms are drugs, dude.
Yeah, I'll get a few of them. I mean, like,
yeah.
Give me a half an ounce.
Yeah, I'll take like 5 of them, 6 of them, 6 of them, different colors.
Honestly, these will probably be important rations in the future. The only things that don't rot when we're out in the middle of the deserts for whatever reason.
Right.
It's the Kit Kat bar that we survive on.
Okay, so we're at the mushroom stall. Sorry, I got distracted. What type of mushrooms are they?
Button.
They're sugar glazed button
Who's got the
mushrooms.
button?
Exactly.
And they only have like standard mushroom buttons.
You're dancing around.
Yeah,
And I just asked.
they come in colors. Red ones, green ones, blue ones, brown ones.
Do they have
white
different
ones,
flavors from
black
one to
ones.
one?
To taste the rainbow.
I don't think anybody's actually tried to taste them yet. But if you ask the goblin behind the counter, he says, kinda.
Yeah, that's what a goblin would tell you if you were buying those drugs. What do they call that? A
Do
whoop?
they do anything besides quench my thirst and hunger?
No, I already asked.
They're candy.
I already
he says.
asked. It's not drugs.
I ate candy at the other side, and like I saw colors, and my tongue turned purple. That's why I'm asking questions before I eat food this time.
No, they're not like the cookies and the other stuff. Nah, just candy.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Just
I
candy.
eat them all the time. He says.
Yeah, that's no. Come on.
Do
You
I
said
get
it wasn't
do I
drugs.
get a
Watts.
discount if I
You
buy
said it
bulk?
wasn't drugs.
I mean,
No.
you
he
might
says.
know who grows
Okay.
them. Then you could get some, or potentially, We also have a whole book on spores too. There must be a thing in there about edible culinary.
Trust me, there are some great recipes for fungus in my recipe books. Don't worry, I'm a fun guy to be around.
Hey,
I can't help it. I'm a spore loser. Hey.
a spore loser. Nice,
Nice.
my friend. Nice. So good.
Can I get 10 of them then?
Absolutely.
Hey, I eat mushrooms, but it's
So,
past midnight.
I prefer, if you would, the dark greens and dark purples.
Purples and the blue ones those are the ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the ones that bruise purple are the good ones.
Those are the good ones.
That's funny shit. Absolutely, Watts.
Thank you.
He had you your mushrooms. They're you would think that they would be like sticky and gloopy because they kind of look like the candied apples did when you first, when you saw them. But in fact, it's like a hard candy shell
Candy
around the
apple.
mushroom. Yeah. Like it almost feels like glass.
It could be a crunchy, yeah, crunchy. My God, man! If I had proper mushrooms, I would candy them right now. Now that you've said that,
Doesn't that sound yummy? I know,
doesn't
man.
it sound fucking good? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Mark my words.
Nice.
Write
You
it
can
down.
win. I'll tell you when.
All right. What's next? Anything else interesting?
Nope, that's about it. And you're pretty much right next to the dragonfly ride at this point.
Right.
Yeah. I guess I'm also keeping an eye out for
Yeah, for Steam Dude, Steam Face.
Do you each want to make a intelligence check for me?
Oh shit. No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Investigation will work too if you have
Damn it. No. All right. I will
Wait a
roll
minute.
investigation,
Hold
and
up.
that would be a sad roll for me, but whatever.
My investigation is only
Care not.
so.
It is.
I investigate poorly.
Did you say int?
Yes.
Yeah, int or investigation.
Yeah, I know. My investigation is just +1, so it's gonna have to be int. There you go.
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
I was gonna say exactly. Roll, same roll.
For what it's worth, all of you but YOLO, who is actually literally at the entrance to the dragonfly ride, quickly spot Kenku suspiciously sort of ducking behind people and always somehow trying to stay out of sight as he weaves through the line in the ride.
Hit him.
To get to
He seems to
the
be making a beeline to the dragonfly dock.
Right?
Verde, somehow you just totally missed that.
Yeah, well, I was beelining, like, I'm doing the same thing he is, except
He
big.
was looking at that fucking dragonfly. It's like, oh, you guys, what are we gonna do over here? Is it gonna be the dragonflies? Like, that's it.
Yeah, well, and every few seconds, like every probably minute or so, someone takes off riding a giant dragonfly. Like it's clearly the ride is go fly yourself a dragonfly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the crew.
I'm gonna try to get the sneak on Kettle Steam and try to
All
get
right, what's your plan?
get
You're
close to him and
I'll hippity
how many people get on one dragonfly at a time? Just one?
You do see occasional couples, but yeah, generally it's just one.
I'm kind of thinking I want to try getting on the one he's getting on so he can't get away. Sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. I want to hippity hoppity your way, but I'm not going to try to get on the same one as you. I just want to be
that
close.
will you can tell from the way that people are loading as you watch the line that will be a thing that Kettle Steam notices before you actually get on the dragonfly.
Yeah, because you'll have to stack in line, right?
Think of it kind of like the way Disneyland might load a ride. If you're an obvious couple, they'll load you together. Otherwise, they'll stop. You know what I mean?
Well, or they'll go singles, and you'll be like,
so you'd have to pretend like you were Kettle Steam's +1, basically.
Oh, which
but somehow do it without Kettle Steam noticing.
Yeah. Oh, I'll do it with him, or I'll run through.
I'm not saying that's impossible. I'm just pointing out the challenge that you have ahead of you.
Yeah, that's rollsies.
That'd be like a stealth and a charisma, or a stealth and a performance.
Yeah, or persuasion, maybe. Performance is probably more accurate, to be fair, though.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm going to try to stick close in the line. Just when you slip in, I'll try to slip in too, but not to be near you to get on the same thing as you, just to be near to watch what's going on.
Did he already get past me? Or are we doing the same exact thing by trying to buzz forward, except he's doing...
yeah, you just didn't notice him, but he is ahead of you in line, yes.
Yeah, he's in front.
I'm still blundering over to the front, doing the tall man's version of that. Perhaps they can make use of my proximity, but I am unknown of him. I do not know his location. I will not metagame.
I'm not trying to yeah, exactly. As I've said a couple times, I'm not trying to interfere with Neuro nor his ride.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to stick close.
But
and
I
if
would
I get on the one behind him or the one behind the one behind him, that's cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, for sure.
Are these guys safe?
These dragonflies, they have saddles and stuff.
I got some animal handling.
It's an attraction that's running all the time.
Can I watch what's going on here and
this attraction is running daily and daily.
Yeah. People step up, and depending on whether they are a single or a duo, they are assigned a large or a small dragonfly. Small in this case being pony sized, large being horse sized.
Okay.
These each have saddles on them. They get into the saddles. It looks like there's some sort of enchantment on them because there's a golden glow around their butts as they come in contact with the saddle. So you guess that they are basically firmly saddled in place. And then the dragonflies take off.
Fantastic. Do they seem to have any kind of control over the dragonfly's trajectory, or?
It's hard to tell, but you think so.
It would be fun to have a jousting match.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? I agree.
The one thing you do notice that no matter what, every one that you watch does basically follow the sort of infinity symbol 8, figure 8 of the layout of the carnival. However, up, down, left, or right they are of the center trend line of that circuit.
So they're like a go-karts in a circuit.
Yeah, or even the Autopia at Disneyland.
Does it
Sure,
look like
that's
they
probably-
land before they with the person before returning, or does it look like it just loops around and then comes back with the person on their back?
They come back for a landing right at the dock and let people off before moving in position to be loaded again.
All right then. I'm ready to get on. Is this a ticket? A ticket ride?
Well,
Friend.
since Kettle Steam is ahead of you, and Phalian intends to try to get on the same dragonfly, we should probably resolve that first.
Also, I think one of us should remain at the exit gate so that they can capture, or at least get a follow on our quarry when they step off, because they're getting on first.
It would make
I'm gonna
sense also
back-
that I'm behind them in line because I'm oblivious to them.
Well, I'm 100% behind them in line, but I'm not oblivious. I'm behind them on purpose, but I'm not going to be able to get off when they get off. They're going to get off and have a chance to slip off into the crowd. Somebody should hang behind and watch for that.
Unless you have enough control of the dragonfly that you ride to, slow down or speed up, in which case you might be able to do something in midair.
I probably didn't even notice you guys caught up with me. I was like, fucking dragonflies. Fucking Kenku. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be looking for him, but the dragonflies got my attention. That's what that 10 is in my head.
Makes sense.
Came here with a purpose, got distracted by the purpose. Or not the purpose, but the attraction that the purpose was at.
Exactly. Fair enough. But no, here he is.
All right. So Phalian. So here's what happens. Kettle Steam steps up to the dock. You're basically right behind her. As they begin to motion for one of the dragonflies to come forward, you step up. The ride operator, small goblin woman. She kind of like, oh, didn't notice you. Sort of like look on her face and motions for the larger dragonfly. Kettle Steam doesn't really notice and gets into the saddle, grabbing what you realize now is a handlebar kind of arrangement directly in front of her. You make as if to board the dragonfly behind her. She takes notice of you for the first time. Also, close enough you realize that she's a female, not a male, as people had told you. But yeah, she kind of like looks at you for a minute, and she kicks the dragonfly with her feet. The same way you might spur on a horse, and it leaps into the air. At which point the goblin's like, "Hey!" Turns to look at you and goes, "I'm so sorry," and motions for another dragonfly, and a small one is brought up for you.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
I'm right behind that in line, right?
Yeah.
I probably maybe
So,
noticed that.
I see that, and I'm like,
You certainly saw that, YOLO.
I need me a big one.
Do the small ones complete theirs faster than the big ones?
They do seem to be more agile, but one thing that you notice is they have difficulty maintaining high speed. Like they have low stamina.
Yeah,
would
they
be
do
your guess if you were metagaming.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
I would probably try to get through the loops as quickly and tightly as possible, and then get down to the exit, the disembark point, if faster than Kettle Steam if I can.
You have to get a little one.
So you're going to try to pass Kettle Steam, basically.
Yeah, since it's
Okay.
a sort of fixed path, I'm just gonna like crank the inside and tilt 45 degrees.
Yeah, shortest route, going as fast as you can when you can.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I get you.
Trying to
What
keep
Like-
your eye on the
Where are
target,
you?
just in case they
Yeah.
deviate.
Yeah.
Are you a gnome?
Yeah,
Where are you?
let's do some animal handling for that one.
Oh hell
Nice.
yeah!
Do it. I want to see this.
There are
Also,
only
you're a
2
gnome.
dragonflies.
Right? Come on, nice
Not
and
only
light.
is there the animal handling, but let me check my my druid stuff. Let's see. No, that's Tangle. That's not. Let's see. Brave. Well, I won't be frightened because I rock. Halfling nimbleness. That's not going to do anything. I didn't roll a 1.
Skimming upside down.
Yeah, I
10
think this
I'm not afraid.
16 is probably what I get on this one.
Yeah, with a 16, you'll pull it off.
Nice.
All right. Sweet. So then I'll do the thing, give them a reassuring pat as I hop off. And pretty much be ready to wave to and get Kettle Steam's attention in the process, kind of alerting to the friendos that, come on over here or see where we exit out from.
Okay. So did the rest of you wait, or did you board dragonflies of your own?
I wanted to board a dragonfly and
My dragonfly. I'm
joust
right
with him.
behind him in line.
I
So
want to say I'm the only one staying here since I
Nice one.
I
Okay.
had actually spotted the Kinku.
well, and I
Okay.
agree. Watts, like somebody, like as I said, somebody needs to stay behind. I stay as I don't stay behind.
Okay, so that means that you can coordinate with Phalion as he lands. You'll see him land, so you'll have time to prepare. Iolo and Jory, can I get animal handling checks from both of you, please?
I'm
Sure.
trying to just slow her down so that
One sec.
Phalion can get his job done.
Animal handling.
I like the idea of jousting in the center, but it looks like perhaps not.
Boom.
Yeah, that's not going to
Nope,
pull it
that ain't
off.
gonna work.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, you're
Jory
not
can't
able to
fly a
exert
shit.
enough control over your dragonfly to get in a position where you can really interfere.
No, I'm like a tourist on the fucking, beach ride.
Yeah, Jory, you even probably lose some distance in the attempt,
Consider. Oh wait, I don't.
so that you land probably 6 seconds after you would have otherwise.
I believe you.
Iolo, you managed to at least maintain what appears to be average speed with the other riders that you can see. But you never do catch up or interfere. That said, you do see Phalion pass Kettle Steam anyway, so looks like when you land, something's already gonna be happening.
Ooh. I'll try to cause drama anyway because I want to joust.
Right, and it does, given that you have an aerial view, it does allow you maybe the possibility of positioning depending on how you want to address that.
Yeah.
Phalion and Watts, Kettle, you can tell that she tries to break the dragonfly out of the loop, but she is ultimately unable to, and the dragonfly lands maybe 6 or 12 seconds after you land, Phalion. So how do you want to handle this?
Pretty much like approach waving and seeming friendly, but basically laying it out quickly. Hello, Kettlestein, we need to talk to Candlefoot to pry some information out of him that he wouldn't dare write down. Care to join us, or do you prefer if we give chase?
Okay. Roll persuasion for me, or intimidation if that's your preference, depending on how hard you want to push.
Well, let's see.
How do you want to
an
play it?
earshot of any of the people that work here? Like,
The ride operator, maybe, but they're certainly not paying attention to you. Like,
does
I
the
wouldn't be
weatherlight
too
mean
concerned
anything to
about.
you?
Kenku looks back and forth between the two of you uncertainly for a moment. It seems really likely that she wants to run, but she realizes, just looking around, that the odds are kind of stacked against her. And when you say, "Does Weatherlight mean anything to you?" she kind of stops, almost takes a step back, and switching through 3 or 4 different voices, all in common, probably human, but it's hard to tell. She says, "Where did you hear that name?"
We
Right?
found the mirror.
It's the old name.
She
It's what this
says-
place used to be called.
She says, "Indeed, it's the you saw then the door, the door to Prismere."
Shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw that the door was closed.
Yeah,
I'd
we
like
saw
to
the
see
door,
almost-
right, guys? Right, guys? We
She
saw
almost seems to relax a little, and she says, "Are you the ones he sent the tickets to?"
Yes,
Oh shit.
we are trying to help.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Are we? Oh shit. You guys.
There were tickets waiting for us. It wasn't disclosed who provided them, but
Rabbit nose twitches.
with this confluence of
guys.
events, it sounds like that's the case.
She nods, and in a voice that sounds decidedly like a gruff adventurer. She says, "That's just the kind of asshole he is."
I'm gonna go
Gotta
full
get the job done somehow, right?
you know what?
She shrugs. She shrugs, and in another set of voices, she says, "Madrick sent me here because I need to get to Prismere, but I can't." And she kind of looks at you pleadingly before she decides how to continue speaking. And finally, she
Do you want me
says,
to help you get to
We're going to Prismere. Watch,
this
we're going
place?
to Prismere. Dude, we're going
she
to
says,
Prismere.
she says, "My power is lost. My patron is silent. My patron's
Wait.
voice is
Your
gone."
patron?
Yes.
You don't silence the patron.
No, she lost her goddess.
Oh.
She's not from here, dude.
No. She said patron.
Just like us.
Patrons and goddesses. No, patrons and goddesses are
Right.
two
She
different things.
did not say goddess. She said patron.
Mm. All right, then.
You're a warlock.
Yeah. Kettlesteam nods. And
Yeah.
in
It takes a lot to break that bond. You don't just have your patron silenced. Oh boy.
She nods emphatically, and she says, "I have not heard Lady Zablina's voice in years now, and when I tried to enter her realm to find out why, I was rejected."
Oh shit! This place is. Hey, you guys. This place is. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
How would one
Then you would
enter
know
the
the
realm?
key that's needed to open the door for us to go through.
She doesn't know the key.
No, she shakes her head. She says, "Madrix believes this carnival is connected to Prismere, that somewhere here is an entrance. The door that I believe that you found is in the Hall of Illusions. I believe that is the entrance. I took Candlefoot's voice in the hopes to barter it for entry through that door.
I see now.
He refused."
Unfortunately, Candlefoot, I don't think has
You still have the voice, though.
way in the carnival to bring you to barter in such a manner.
Oh,
No,
he knows. He knows how to get in. I've seen him go through that door.
Whoa! What? What?
When we asked about it, he gave us this sort of interpretive dance. I'm sure you've already seen it from him.
I know the dance.
No,
I can do
she
the dance.
says, blinking.
I can do the
black
dance.
girl eyes.
I know the dance. I wrote it down.
Dory can provide it here. He performed
Do I
it
even need
quite
to roll? I know the
perfectly.
dance.
Yeah, would you roll performance for me?
Sure enough.
I'll
I'm
give you
gonna-
advantage since you know the dance.
I'm also going to cast guidance on him for this.
Okay, do I? Oh, where's the advantage button?
PRV bathroom.
It's down at the bottom, ADV,
I'm looking.
bottom left. Yep.
I'm still looking. I know it's down here somewhere. Wait, is
Gray
it on the
button,
skills page?
ADV. Down at the bottom left of your entire screen.
Oh shit! I see it now. Got it. Okay, and we're gonna do performance. You said?
Yeah.
Boop. Come
And then
on,
roll
guys.
1d4 as well.
Nice.
Nice. Go ahead and roll a 1d4 anyway, though.
How do I do that in the chat? Do I just go?
Just grab a d4 and throw it in the chat.
Oh shit! No, duh, they're right there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not that thing we were using yesterday.
Okay, thank you.
Exactly.
Like
Okay.
that then? Nice.
Yeah, 23. So, do you recite all of it up to the finger point, or all of it up to the air quotes?
Up to the finger point, not the air quotes.
Back.
Okay. She doesn't blink the whole time. She cocks her head to the side, watching you. When you finish, she looks at all of you and she says, I don't know what that means.
Okay. At that point, I will do the finger quotes. I'd be like, meow.
Hold on just a second. I need a stat block.
I don't know if I would say meow, but I might. I might.
Meow.
It's me, right? It's me. So I might go meow.
Okay, when you make the air quotes, she says, "Oh, the sound, the voice of that pantomime."
Right. I got the impression.
What do you suppose they are? You point, and she goes through the motions and she says,
I don't
this
know.
way?
I'm like hopping on my rabbit haunches. I
Right.
don't know. Hop.
I will allow you all to roll insight, like individually.
Is it the hokey pokey?
And these dice are not great.
The hokey pokey. No, that's funny.
I know.
YOLO.
I mean, that is what it's all about. If you can figure out the hokey pokey.
When you hear the voice of the Kenku say, "Do you point this way?" You think to yourself, right, you point hither or tither.
Tither. Ah!
Point hither, tither.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes, I would say it aloud.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, if you say, yeah, you point hither and tither, and then she goes, "Oh, it can't be that easy, can it?"
Way in that.
Prismere, she says, Prismere is a land divided into three parts: hither, tither, and yon.
Ah! Rabbit face. I can just imagine the rabbit just going, nah. Like, I want Ralph Bakshi to do an animation of this campaign.
That's funny. That would be great, by the way.
Right? That'd be hilarious.
So she says hither, tither, and then she does the next motions, and she says here and there, and she thinks about it, and she rolls wisdom.
She rolls wisdom.
And she says,
Bird brain.
and then you walk? That doesn't sound right.
Rabbit brain.
Hither, tither, here and there. I would have thought it would reference yawn, right?
Maybe that's the final gesture.
Right. The one with the quotes, maybe?
No, the
She
pointing at
says-
the hand.
Right, you make the
Right, you
shrug
point,
and
yeah.
the point with your hands, and it's
Over
just-
there.
It's
Yawn.
like,
It's over there.
Isn't it?
it's like
Hither
show
and
me
yon,
where.
Hither.
Yeah, yawn is there's hither, there's tither, and then there's yawn. And what's yawn?
No, well, I like wasn't the saying hither and yon hither and tither.
I don't know. I don't know what saying you mean, but there is hither, tither, and yawn, and there's also winkin', blinkin', and nod, but those are different things.
Right, different places.
But they do go to another land, winkin', blinkin', and nod.
They do. But yeah, here she says hither, tither, here, and there, and then a walk, I guess, and then show me something,
Right?
show me somewhere.
Show me yawn. Show me yawn. You need to show yawn. That's what they're asking. Where is yawn? That's what the poem
So
is saying.
the full course is
The poem suggests to me, where is yawn? Now that you guys have said there's a hither, tither, and a yawn. The poem. I know the poem. I know the dance. I can do the dance. Woogie, 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 woogie.
Right, you just
This
don't know
last
the
part-
words they represent. Yeah,
Right. That last part there, that's the yawn part. I get it now.
Wander? Yonder?
wander yonder. She says, "Well, that sounds right. Hither, tither,
Hither,
here
wander,
and
yonder.
there.
You're there.
Wander yonder.
Do you remember what I was saying the other day
Show
about
me
Where?
yonder.
something. Show me where."
Show me. Oh no.
Well, that's a rhyme. That's a
Oh
poem.
no,
she
it's a
says.
rhyme, and that means it must be true.
What?
What? What?
Everywhere, here, there, and everywhere.
Golly, isn't that something?
Stimulating being your hat.
Being without his voice makes him want to tell strangers who found the door to use it. I'm sure he's upset because he can't use it without his voice.
That's so.
Yeah, she looks at you for a moment, kind of blinks, and she goes, "I didn't think about it that way.
The
I actually thought his voice itself was probably the key, but it didn't work."
I think he's the gatekeeper, not the key master.
Hear what you're saying, but wow.
Because you're not looking to hang around. This is a one-way trip for you, isn't it? You're just looking to get back to Prismere?
She shakes her head. She says, "I've never been to this Lady Illness realm, but something has happened. I have to see what and help her if I can."
There's a contract involved, if nothing else. Besides the fact you care about your patron.
How big is this realm?
Cocks her head to the side, like she doesn't know how to answer that question.
I don't mean
Or
to
since we're going
volunteer
through
my
doorways
friends
like
here,
this-
but I wanted to kind of understand if it's the sort of thing that we'd be able to help with, and I guess maybe come back before the closing ceremony in a few hours.
Like, why did we end up here? Like, what's our goal?
She shakes her head.
Wait.
She
We
says,
already have one world to save, boss.
Right.
"The
Exactly.
size of the realm is different depending on how you look at it, but it's several days travel across no matter what."
I see.
Gotcha.
Okay, we're going through portals.
Right.
There may
Why-
be some
why are we
timey-wimey,
here?
wibbly-wobbly between the dimensions. A, B.
I'm sure we're not here to save any fucking cultures. Like, we're here for some reason other than that. What is it? Like, come on.
Well, or this is literally the training arc where we get warped to another world. It's time compressed. It could be a week there and maybe 30 minutes goes here.
Oh shit, dude! We're just gonna accept that that's true. We're just gonna already accept that that's true. Watts, come on.
Well, we already knew we needed to
What
come
you're
here to
saying
power
is,
level.
what you're saying is, if you accept this quest, it's going in the optional quest section of your journal.
Fucking A.
Oh God!
Come on,
Yep.
man.
I dig it.
Absolutely.
I dig
And I
it.
also know that there's going to be.
Why
time
are we
compression.
here, guys? Why did we end up here at all? What's our come on.
This is our training. Okay, Omi, we've been over this. This is our training montage. We're going to go power leveled from whatever we are right now up at least 4 to 7 levels if we actually do everything properly. We are too underleveled to actually face anything that we're needing to go face. So we're able to go help this Kinku find her patron, save her patron, and get the levels and equipment we need to continue our main quest journey.
I just wanted to go to the carnival.
Like, you know very well that I don't give any fucks about any of that. I say, rabbit face, I'll just fucking laugh at it, like poking him with my rabbit fist, right? I don't give any fucks about any of that. Why are we here? And what's our fucking goal?
Give me the voice. Give me the voice before I make chicken wings.
Are we gonna save this asshole's voice? What are we doing here?
We
What?
might help you.
Am I gonna watch some other show? Come on.
Do you want to make
I
a?
want another cupcake. I want another fucking
Do you want to
cupcake.
make? Do you want to make an intimidation or persuasion check, Yola?
Oh, it's Yola, not me. Okay. I'm mostly joking. I am not at all.
No one else here will go with you to possibly save your patron. I will. I have the voice, so I may give it back to the guy, so we can continue this. So he can possibly answer the question, so we can figure out the other pieces we need.
It should be really clear that I don't mean any violence towards you at all, Watts.
Oh,
Well,
what he said.
You're failing it to where we're not actually making progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, dude. Oh my god.
And
Progress.
you're
Oh, it's a
losing
game.
out
Oh,
in
it's a game.
game.
Hop, 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 hop.
Yeah.
It,
This is the outcome of my intimidation.
Yeah. So Kettle Steam kind of like just looks at you with one eye.
Good game, by the way.
Yola. She's like, oh.
Yeah.
But Watson, to your request, she reaches into her clothing and she produces a small corn husk doll, burlap stuffed with corn husk. You realize it's dressed kind of like Candlefoot in the black and white fairy costume, but around its neck is a cord which has been wrapped around rose thorns that are pressed into the neck.
Yeah. Can I see this happening?
She removes
Did you
the
see
cord.
my religion roll?
And when she does, I do see your religion roll. And when she does, she once again returns to mimicking several voices as if each individual word was a different clip she was sampling from. And she says, Candlefoot's voice should be returned now.
Oh shit! Good job. Candlebutt gets his voice back. Nice.
Thank you, Kettlesteam. As I said, I will help you in your endeavor because that causes a lot of concern. Patrons.
Yeah.
Also, we already have one disappointed god that's aware of our presence. It might be nice to make friends with a few greater powers of the realm.
Disappointed.
I'm just gonna stop.
You know what? Good idea.
Jory believes.
You know what? That's just her demeanor.
Jory believes in the goddess that made us, be here, but otherwise feels like all of this is a fucking farce, as he has made clear basically every session of this game.
She says, Lady Zybilna will most certainly express her gratitude if she is indeed in trouble and you come to her aid.
If she is not honoring the pact and responding to your queries, the only reason she possibly could do for that, as I understand it, would be if she is in trouble.
She nods, and again,
Or if you done
in a
something to
stream
fuck
of
up.
different voices, she says, I can tell that she's not gone. The connection is there. It's just that her voice is silent. But I can think of no good reason for that. I agree. She must be in trouble.
Yeah, right.
And if you can still feel the connection, then you didn't mess up.
Well, then she's not dead.
She shakes her
She's
head,
not
and
gone.
again, voice by voice, she says, the terms of our pact have been maintained perfectly since the day I entered it.
Good on you.
Not dead, just not communicative, which is notable.
Right. Well, not just not communicative. Remember that she also told you that her power is gone.
Right,
Right.
but she's
Which means
not.
that her patron is no longer supplying that end of the bargain for some reason.
Shit. Oh yeah. Okay. But she's not dead. If she were dead, that would be a different thing. She would know.
The connection between them still exists, just it stopped transmitting, basically.
Exactly. Just making sure I was following.
So there could be a difference between the two.
Oh yeah, blocker.
Do you guys think it'd be a good idea to go talk to Candlefoot and see if he can finish the pantomime with his voice this time?
Oh yeah, if we got his voice back, we can see what happens. We can see what he says.
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to, she would certainly go with you if you were to make that attempt.
I'll go back to Candlebet. We'll see.
I'd walk back there because I want to make sure that the voice actually fully returned and he's okay. I never find out why he wanted the voice.
It's his voice.
His actual voice. Yeah, no. I know why he wants his voice back.
Yeah, he wants his voice back because it's his voice. Sure, that makes sense. I mean, you have to ask him to be sure, but that's a pretty logical reason, I guess.
Yeah,
as you're walking back, Kettle Steam walks sort of like uncertainly, like a half step ahead of you all, almost as if you're like shooing her forward, but kind of over her shoulder in her string of sampled voices. She says, be careful of the crew of this carnival. They seem like good enough people, but I know they're in league with dark powers. And she begins to recite a conversation that you now recognize are the voices of Witch and Light.
Right.
Right. And in Light's agitated voice, she says, someone is going to find out about this. They'll shut us down. Witch replies kind of gruffly, we agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants, and in return, we stay in business. This is what you wanted, right?
Whoa. What the what now with the Hourglass? What?
Hourglass.
Right?
Don't be saying that word out loud, fellas. Don't be saying that word out loud.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. You guys meow.
No, we're going to refer to it as the Thule twist.
I know what the
meow, meow. I'm a rabbit. Meow.
Not me now.
Spooky.
So, yeah, no, I think I know what the interfacing on the side of the map means.
Totally twist, yeah.
There are two different ones. I wonder how Mr. Light is feeling about us right now.
Interesting question.
Yeah, because
he seemed pretty happy with you.
Yeah, the bottom right-hand corner. I mean, he did humph twice at us.
Hey, what about the you know? Do you know?
I don't know, actually. Could you elaborate?
No, I can't. You don't know. You don't know. You know.
But if you know, you know.
But if you
Yeah.
know, what about the you know? You know.
You know,
How do
you
you
gave it to her own. You
George,
would know.
George's a cynical motherfucker. Like, come on. At this point, he's like, well, here we are. I'm a rabbit, bitches. Let's do this.
And we did tell him about
LFG.
previous
And that means
too.
let's
I don't
fucking
know how he
go.
Oh, what was that, Yoa?
I mean, we said certain things, and he harumphed at us once or twice.
That is true. Yes.
Fair enough.
If there was a counter there, I wouldn't be exactly sure where it would be.
Gotcha.
We'll also say, by the way, I apologize for the deception earlier, trying to jump on the saddle behind you. I promise it was not malign intent. But I gotta ask, how was it riding a big one solo? I bet that often doesn't occur.
Sexy, man. I need a fucking tissue.
I remember.
Gross.
I like riding a big one solo. I mean, you know,
Yeah, she said it was slower than I wanted, if I'm being honest.
slower. You want it to be really, you know, fast, right? Like a hammer.
Wow.
You had to click through the 18 plus to get here, folks. You had to. Come on.
That is true.
My first time riding one of those, but in some amount of time, I'll probably be able to turn into a dragonfly if I want to. So
It's always a first time for everybody, right? Like, it's always the first time.
Everyone has a first time.
That's what I'm saying. You can't be can't be an expert until you've had a first time.
Right?
I don't know. I
Right?
flew that thing like an expert. I basically flew it like the PlanetSide 2 ESFs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, you seem to have no problem. Exactly.
Yeah, your genetics, right? You
I
were born to
mean,
take.
I've been flying things before. It was that whole like full moon
Born to do
festival
it, right?
celebration things where we turn into the animals and taste the food in their style. We'd also like fly around or dig
Full
around or
moon.
whatever they
Yeah,
do.
I love it. Taste the animal.
Hell yeah.
Enjoy
Hell
the
yeah.
food in your
Yeah,
style.
that was the thing. We all gather when the moon's at its strongest, and we drink the fancy potion, and we gain the ability to shift into creatures far beyond our reach for a short period of time.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
big sex.
I mean, obviously, you guys know that this is all in backstory, but but I can remember the experiences, and that's what matters.
No, it's a real thing. It actually happened. The big sex completely.
Right. You just know it's last Tuesday is the exactly.
We're going to do a live show on that coming up next. You know.
Nice. Yeah, okay. So you return to the Hall of Illusions. You find Candlefoot standing outside. However, his clothing is now, instead of black and white stripes, are white and blue stripes. And his makeup look has changed to be more of a smile than the sort of sad-faced mime look that he had going on before.
Good on him.
He sees you walking up with the Kenku, and he says, "Ah, so you made him do it."
Welcome back. You have your
Indeed.
voice.
Hey, look, you can speak. What's up, Scandalfoot? I just thought of that a second ago. I just thought of that a minute ago. I thought it was funny.
This guy's not really a comedian. He tries.
Hey,
He does better drama work.
I thought it was funny. Come on, man. Come on.
And he says, "Well, you have my gratitude anyway." And he kind of, like the smile painted on his face doesn't really droop, but you could tell he kind of scowls at Kettle Steve, and he says, "You try that again, we'll have words."
Hmm.
And he winks when he says it.
Well,
We'll have words.
Sounds like
Well
this is
said, sir.
Because he couldn't have words when you didn't have because he couldn't before. Hey.
So then,
Up.
to go back to
I
a
know,
question
right?
that was asked
I know, right?
earlier, what's
Now
going
explain the
on?
joke.
What's really going on? Sounds like there's plans to get us into Prismere one way or another. Are you contributing to such affairs? Is that what's going on?
He looks you all up and down. He looks at Kettlesteam and he says to her, I already told you that I can't help you. And he looks to the rest of you and he says, I've told you everything that I can. I hope you'll accept that as my thank you for your work.
Thank you.
I see. I understand though you do have access to the door yourself, right?
He nods.
So what are the limitations on it, such that you cannot help somebody trying to pass through?
Huh.
Most likely a contract. He's
That
part of
or
the
he's
carnival.
Loud, right? Exactly.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything at first, but then finally he says, the door belongs to the carnival. It isn't mine. I don't actually have a say in who goes through or not. Telling you what I did would certainly draw the ire of my employers.
Oh, yeah.
I see.
And
They
then
would
he
most likely be the only
mumbles-
ones to be able to. Sorry.
Then he mumbles something to himself that you would only be able to hear if you successfully passed a perception check.
Oh, nice. Well done, by the way. That was a good couching of the ask there. I'm just saying, awards for that.
Oh, yeah.
Also, nailed it. Mm.
Yeah, nice. So he said
Sorry,
he
Watt.
mumbles to, oh man, that number, Watts. You want to do that again. He mumbles to himself. And what he mumbles is, of course, it doesn't stop them from letting them use it.
Oh shit! Who's them? Who the fuck, my friends? Oh, what? Really? Come on, man. You were good with the 337. Sorry, man. Digging deep. No, you're not gonna.
Damn, Ed.
You're kind
I
of
must
fucking.
remind you
You're
of
not
the
gonna get back up there
fallacy
for
of
a minute. What's
the
that? Nope. 350, I was gonna say nope. Should have stuck with that. I told you.
dice.
I suppose
fallacy.
then that
I love that, Verde. You're like dice fallacy, asshole.
in terms
It
of
is.
your
Oh my
It's the
God,
gambler's fallacy over and over again. With that said, you should have stuck when I said so. If you want to be fucking superstitious, if you're really trying to be superstitious, should have stuck with the number I said because I can call it, man. I do dicemancy, meow. I do that shit all day. Look, there's dice right here.
Dicination.
yeah, Dysonation is what I was going to say. Definitely.
Dicination, I love it. Oh, you know what I just rolled? By the way, do you know what I just rolled? Double sixes, bitches, box stars.
So it
Which
is
means
definitely
that the universe says that I'm right. You're done. You're fucked at this point. You can't go rolling and rolling and rolling. You have to take your shot. You have to do. If you pick up the dice and roll them, you gotta soak it. That's it. It's gotta be your shot, dude.
I've seen you re-roll these 4 times before, bro.
I know. I've
So-
seen you spin it.
You're right. I have, but I also know every time I do it, my brain knows you can't do it. I mean, look at you. You're lost in the fucking weave. You're chasing the fucking monkey. You're trying to go.
What can I do for you, Yellow?
For me?
Yeah.
For me? I just want to try to get into the door.
Ooh, 347. Nice.
That is a good roll.
Right?
Spamming my chat so
All right,
hard.
so what's
that
your
it's
plan
for?
Oh. What's your plan?
I think I'll kind of ask tell Candlefoot. Well, I suppose we wouldn't want to say about anything other than that we got your voice back, and we'd like to kind of pass back on through here to a little more check to this whole thing.
We won't be able to get through. We're missing the last piece to go through the door. He's able to do the
Are you?
dance to go through
Well, I think
because
we
he's
have
part of the
everything.
carnival.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
mean,
it's like being part of the club and knowing the secret handshake to get through the door, but till you're actually part of the club, you can't get through the door. Which
Though,
means
if you think about what
Sorry?
he mumbled, there's an implication that people who are not part of the carnival are using the door.
Indeed.
True, but they're given permission to go through it. Remember the voice text that Kettle's team just did when we were walking over.
Mhm.
Someone gave them permission. They don't necessarily have to be part of the carnival. They have just to get permission of whoever owns the door.
Right.
And we know exactly who owns the door.
Do we? I guess we do, right?
Mr. Weatherlight.
Right. It's Mr.
No.
Well,
Mr. Witch and
Mr.
Mr.
Witch
Light.
and Mr. Light. Right.
Oh, yes. Good point. Good point.
And going off of the deal on our map, one controls time, one controls
other
mood.
Mood. Right.
So one wants this place to be as happy as possible. The other wants to be as efficient as possible.
Yeah, and I don't know that happy is the right word. It's more like yearning. It's more like,
He wants it to be joyous. Do you not see that face?
well,
It's happy. It's gleeful. It's joyous.
it's yearning.
I'm mad with
It's the reason-
laughter.
It's the reason I can't sleep in Las Vegas in real life.
Yeah, fair.
No, I mean, not even kidding. True fact. Omblock can't sleep in Vegas in real life because of what you're describing.
I gotta say,
In the air, man. It's in the air.
we're in a good spot here to do some thinking and some dwelling on what we're gonna do next time.
Yep.
Bad idea.
It is definitely a time where people need to sleep and like do other wacky sorts of things. So,
Well, it's 2+ a.m. in Denver and Oklahoma. What is the time that you live?
3
like
a.m.
3 a.m. Yep.
Time for nights.
Yeah.
My friend.
So, everybody,
Certainly.
thank you all for watching. And
Definitely.
And thank you, everybody, for playing.
as Verdi
Thank you
used
for
to
being
have
the
his
Dungeon
credits
Master.
say, don't forget to brush your teeth.
Hey, I'll throw down the credits. How does the credits go? It's been a while.
Good night, folks.